can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Market. One hot tip: when you're here at the flea market, you get yourself a cart. You never know what you're going to find. I believe I said that before. Set it up. Get bags. Don't want anything falling through the cracks here. Okay, yesterday was wild trying to get in. Long lines. Took me about, I don't know, I want to say it took like 20 minutes to get in. Hopefully it's not like that today. It is a Friday, typically a slower day. And we didn't fight too much, but you know, we weren't really necessarily hunting like we typically do. Taking a break and hanging out with friends is sometimes therapeutic for the soul. So it was nice. It was nice just to be able to walk the flea market and not have to be so, I guess the word is grinding. I'm usually just laser focused on finding stuff. It was nice not to be able to do that, and you know, I got to catch up with an old friend, which we'll do some more in the future. All right, let's get in this, get paid, and get inside. And we're looking for big scores today. I got too much stuff. Big scores only, hopefully. When I stopped by Lupe's, she'll usually let me know. Yesterday I stopped by her. She'll usually let me know if she has new stuff or not. But she didn't mention it. So I'm not going to charge over there. And this is my Friday routine, is to do a little bit more. On the busier days, I target my usual vendors that I buy from. Fridays are slower, so we will check out everybody else.
Estas en cuánto las tienes? Como la set de olla. Ajá. Deme 20 por todas. Y le regalo la otra que está allá a la par. A dólar la pieza, dólar. Ahí viene la competencia. Llegó la competencia. la competencia de la Ale.
All right, I got 3 items there from the floor.
3, right?
Yeah, 3. Cool. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Alright, not 100% sure what these go for, but Yeti is a name to look out for. These are just little storage cans. There's nothing in them. Guinness, I always buy barware or distillery, brewery branded stuff if it's cool. Guinness is I like Guinness. Put that in there. Put that in there. I'll look those up and give you guys a comp. This is from Harry Potter, so for $1. I forget what this bird was called. I think it's like the Phoenix. I think it's the Phoenix. But hopefully about $10 to $15 on that guy. Kirby, probably not very much. Maybe like $10 on Kirby. This guy was just recently looking up. I sold the tie-dye version of this one, Build-A-Bear. Hopefully about $40 for that one. Polycom, something good to look out for $1. I'm willing to take a chance on it if it works. Those Polycoms can go anywhere from 20. Some of them go for quite a bit. If you have all the accessories with it, you go really high. For $1, I was willing to take a chance on it, and if it doesn't work, it's only $1 lost. Okay, this guy over here, there's a guy over here with all these boxes. This is $1 too. So it's $1 days. Fridays, people usually try to clear out their inventory to get ready for the weekend. Make space. So lots of dollars. All right.
You don't have to just stick on the 1,000 but if you bring it down and tell them, say 850, just you say it's on 50. So I told her the price should stay like that on 1,000. What they get, they give you. As soon you take it for $1,000 and say, I'm 500 for this, they will get you less than.
Necklace goes for about $10 if it works. Should light up. And these cans go for about $5 each, so we'll lot them together, get rid of them for $10. So for $1, I'm comfortable with that. Although, like I said, I'm looking for big hits. Sometimes you just can't leave any profit behind. And when things are $1, it's hard to pass up $1. To look over here on the end. There's music over there. I gotta be more careful with music. Okay, let's get away. Hopefully there's no background music to drown out, or background sound to drown out the music. From some hats. Oh, hold on.
Sí, porque así no lo engañan. No, la que es plata sí lo vale.
¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo están los zapatos, papi? Depende del precio del zapato.
Depende del zapato.
How much are the?
¿Cómo? Barato, ¿cómo es?
How much are these ones?
$10.
$10.
Yo tengo una guitarra, papi. Me estoy desconcertando, si no con una guitarra. ¿Tiene guitarra, papi?
¿Eh?
¿No tiene guitarra?
Guitarra es eso, lo dejo.
Calidad los zapatos.
¿Eh?
Calidad los zapatos.
Oh, sí.
Buena marca zapatos.
Can you go 7 on them? Can you do 7 on them?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. There's yeah. Excellent.
Right,
Thank you.
Thank
You too.
Thank you.
Okay. Over there. Like I was saying, I wasn't buying to resell. I was buying for more for myself. But I wanted $10 a hat. And they weren't worth it for me. I didn't want to waste. Better to save my money for some music coming up. How much are the birds?
Huh?
How much are the birds?
Oh, you want to pay?
Yeah,
$8.
$8. I'll pick them up for $8. All right, I'll take them. 8, you said? Yep. Cool. Thank you. Okay, I think I can get the 30 for those birds. They're really nicely done. One of them kind of looks like it has a little bit of damage, but it was kind of weird because the glaze kind of comes up to that point where it looks like it has damage, but the glaze isn't chipped away. I think it was just... That's the way, they made it. Either way, I picked up those shoes now that I'm kind of away from the music. I got those zebra print shoes, and those were made well. He wanted 10. I wanted a little bit of a better deal, and took 7. They'll go for 30 to 40.
Ahora pues.
How much on the arm?
15.
15? You got it. One, two. There you go. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Ya queremos hacer esto, pero ya con calma.
All right. Okay. Zero negotiation because I'm going to use that myself. And that's a good brand to look out for, Joby. So $15. That was 15 was a good deal for me. And it's not anything I'm going to resell, so I don't need to negotiate within reason, I should say. And I do buy a lot of little electronics from him, especially chargers and stuff. I'm looking for a camera charger. I will check out his little stand there. Okay. More music coming up. So I got some more keyboards here. Nothing crazy, but just got here. It's about 20 bucks. This was tossed in for free, but it's missing the receiver. Probably sell it just for parts for $10 or so. Maybe less than that, but it was free. But I helped them out with a keyboard. Let's move on down a little bit. There's some music. I helped him out with, just using some of my keyboard knowledge, and I buy so many. So I helped him out in the deal, and he's helping me out with those. How much on the Dyson vacuum here?
I give you 35 for everything.
35 for everything? All right.
You want the paper for $1? $2. I gotta pay for gas. $2 good. Sweat. Leaving? Yeah. Where are you at? Around here. Around here. Where's your shop? Where's your shop? You don't have a I don't sell. I just buy.
All right. Let me think about that.
Okay.
Cool.
Se van a ir acomodando, pero sí, ya le digo, mañana ya ando parado, ya no hay excusas ya. Ajá. No, hay por una pues no es bueno que esté uno solo. Más vale estar acompañado.
Ten, sir. You have a 10. ¿Sabes 10?
¿Dónde será mi Miguel, eh?
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay. It wasn't a bad deal on the Dyson. 2 issues cleaning, first of all. Second of all, don't know if it, well, 3 issues. I don't know if it works. Third problem, didn't have the right plug for it. And then you gotta think, sometimes these items, like Dysons, are incredibly popular, and 35 is a great deal, but why is it still sitting there? Why hasn't it moved yet? There's been a lot of eyes on it. That's one thing that's also going through my head. Why are some of these great items just sitting out there? Why aren't they moving? When I know they should be. Okay, let's take a look. It's 2. It's 3 on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. I can't pass up a vintage keyboard. Especially a really clean one. Maybe about 20 bucks. Picked it up for $3. He wanted 5, I offered 3.
It's ceramic, I guess, yeah. It's like a gold like
You gotta think about how you're gonna ship that. It's gonna go in a bigger box.
it's kind of like how it should be broken off.
And those larger boxes do cost me a little bit.
Or no, maybe not, right? That looks like it's like that because it looks like there's some blood right there.
It's supposed to be like that. Custom. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
Excuse me.
What did you do if I took all 3?
15.
15 or less? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, I'll do.
Yeah.
All right, take it.
5.
No good.
No, I cloud.
I know.
Alright, let's move on down. How much is the camera? Do you know if the charger is with it? Okay. Sure, sure. She's going to go get a price. Can't see mug. See a charger.
Eso con el señor que está ahí de la gorra roja.
Wow.
$8.
$8?
$8.
Oh, cool. And the bag?
The bag is new. Moment. $8.
$8? Can you do 5 on the bag?
No, it's
No?
25 new.
All right, cool. No problem. I'll just take the camera.
Okay.
It's all good. Let's see.
Se están yendo muy arriba.
¿Sí?
There you go.
¿En cuánto va?
Cool. Thank you.
$3.70. Hasta ahí lo oferté, ya no más.
Now the trick is finding a power cord. this camera for $120. But I have the power cord with it.
$20, my friend. 20.
20? Okay. Okay, let's move down the line. Alright, so this is what we got from Lupe. Picked up the Juicy Couture bag. Really nice, just small crossbody. This should go for about 20 bucks right there. Picked up everything for 15. Victoria's Secret, I've sold this before for $15, so that should pay for everything. The rest should be profit. The Roku should be about 15. And what else do we have? Tape recorder, these Sony ones seem to sell for quite a bit. And by quite a bit, I don't mean like hundreds, probably about 40 bucks on that. But they do really well, the tape recorder ones. And I got a Tupac CD. I didn't even look it up. We'll see. But it's Tupac. Okay, I want to go check out these belts over here. I saw them yesterday. Wrestling belts. They're probably going to be expensive, but we got to ask. How much are the wrestling belts? The 2 wrestling belts here?
About 100 each.
100 each? Alright, cool. Oh man, those are heavy duty.
They're very good.
Wow. Alright, cool. I'll think about that. And the Apple stuff here?
That one, Apple 45.
Okay.
Me dijo, no, 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 que se conoce, que se pero yo le dije
Ya no, sí me gustó la secadora esa, pero digo, nada.
Alright. Well, that's going to wrap up the Goodwill trip for the day. Got to a lot of vendors I typically don't see. And yeah, I'm checking out to see if there's a guy I regularly buy keyboards from, and he's been changing locations as of late. Yeah, he's not over there. He's been in different areas as of late, so gotta make sure to keep my eye out. But otherwise, you'll see the recap next, or the end of the video. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video. I hope you guys liked that trip over to the flea market. It was a Friday, so dollar days at the flea market. And we've got a lot of great items. That'll sell quickly. That bird, the Harry Potter bird, that already sold. That sold pretty quickly for $12. So after fees and everything, we'll make about $9 on that bird. And then, what else? I got that Yeti. I still haven't posted that Yeti stuff. That stuff still needs to go up. But like I said in the video, that should be about... I'm going to sell the pair, so the pair should go for about $10. And then towards the end of the video, you guys saw there was a Rolex, what appeared to be a Rolex watch, that was broken. So I don't know. I was kind of tossing around the idea a little bit after I cut the video of potentially buying it, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You know, it looked right, but it's always... buying a Rolex at the flea market is a huge gamble. So, and I think I've discussed that in a previous video where, you know, the watches, you don't know. Those higher end watches, you have no idea at the flea market. No matter how trained your eye is, you know, you take it, you have it opened up, the internal is going to be completely wrong. So be cautious. Now, I was going to talk about solely at the end of this video regarding tech and stuff to look out for as far as mice and keyboards go. But I was at the flea market. I was at the Goodwill today. And in the video, I mixed up Goodwill and flea market where I was at. So let me just show you this glass crystal Baccarat that I picked up. And the reason why I'm going to show you now is because this video won't be out until middle of March or so, where I picked this one up. But if you look at it, it's a what do you call it? Like a grizzly bear. I don't want to drop it, so pretty cool. You know, I just spotted it there on the shelf, and it is a bear, grizzly bear, like I said. This is what we paid for it, $16.60. So they didn't mark it up. I don't think they knew it was a Baccarat. So let me put this down because it is. Let me see if I can get the sign so you guys can see. There's the mark there for Baccarat. So Baccarat crystal glass goes in, sells for incredible amounts. And I sold some cups. They were rocks glasses or glasses for whiskey. And I found them there at this same Goodwill where I picked this up. And those sold for $300 for the pair. This bear won't go for $300. It'll probably go more in the range of the lowest or the two most recent comps. One went on bids for $45, and then there was one for $76, I believe. So somewhere around there. I might put it up for the higher one and open up offers and see what happens. But a nice little crystal bear. So, and we paid up for it. I mean, $16 is quite a bit. I don't think they knew exactly what it was, but pretty cool. Pretty cool find today. So I wanted to show you that one before we break into the tech stuff. So, mice. First I'm going to go over some mice to look out for. Now this isn't really, oh, let me grab this. I forgot this one over here. Okay, so mice to look out for, brands to look out for. Microsoft, not really some of the modern Microsoft ones, some of the older Microsoft, but gaming mice and ergonomic mice, as well as gaming and ergonomic keyboards. So here's a gaming mouse brand that you should be on the lookout for, and if you see that symbol right there, it's Razer. It's one that's not really known that much outside of the gaming community. A lot of people recognize Logitech or Microsoft, but Razer, and it's spelled R-A-Z-E-R, is how it's spelled. This is a really cool one. This is a wireless. This is the Death Adder Pro. So this wireless one, I think goes for about $80 for resale. But this is my own personal mouse. Well, I like this one, or I should say I'm using this one right now. I do like it. But the other brands are Logitech. Logitech makes some great gaming mice, so look out for them. And wireless is better than wired. But as far as ergonomics go, and the ones I really, really look out for because they go for quite a bit, are these ergonomic trackball mice. This is my own personal mouse, and I found this at Goodwill. They don't sell these anymore, by the way, at retail stores. So this is the Trackball Explorer. See the code back there, but it's pretty recognizable because it has this style you can't really find anymore. They don't really make this style anymore, where the trackball is controlled by your pointer finger and your middle finger. There's a couple of buttons right here. This is your back and forward button, and then your left clicker, right clicker, and then the scroll wheel right here. So just a nice design. I don't know why they don't make these anymore. There's some off brands that make them, but they're not as good as the originals. And it's a really nice, comfortable mouse. This will resell for about $80. So if you find it used, about $80. Brand new, you're talking like maybe $200. But in used condition, about $80 for this mouse. And I would pick it up even if it's discolored too. It's USB. Even if it's discolored and everything, I would still pick this mouse up. So just a great mouse, really cool. This is my own personal mouse. I have this one. There's Logitech also makes one similar to this. It's a bit slimmer. So there's two different variations, one from Microsoft, one from Logitech. And the way you could differentiate the two is if you look at I'll show you a Logitech ball, but if you see this ball, and I'll show you the Logitech one right now. So let me show you the other Logitech. So the other Logitech I'm going to show you is the wireless version, because the wired one I have plugged in over there, and I don't want to walk around to try to unplug it at the moment. But the other one is this one here. Now this one is a wireless version, and this one I just picked up actually today, and I've been looking for this mouse. So not on this video, but my last flea market trip today. But I've been on the lookout, on the hunt for this mouse specifically, and I finally found it. It comes with a receiver. This is the receiver for it. And a lot of modern ones just have a little USB. These older ones came with this. But it didn't come with a receiver. I actually found this receiver on another trip, and so I stashed it away with the hope of finding this mouse, and I finally found it. So look at the ball on this one, though, and this is the Logitech trackball and what they look like. So, and again, this one has the forward trackball part, so you control it there. This one has one button over here. This is actually the right-clicking button, and then the left-click button is this large one here. Then your back and forward scroll wheel up here. So this one here. So the one I just showed you, the Microsoft one, goes for about $80. Logitech's version of that Microsoft one I showed you, it's similar. It's a little bit slimmer. It's also wired. That one also goes for about $80. This one, the wireless version of the Logitech, this one goes for about $140. So used. So keep your eye out for these mice. The gaming mice, yes, they do really well. These ones do a lot better though. But Razer is a good brand to look out for, other outside of Logitech or Microsoft as well, because and Microsoft doesn't really make gaming mice. But let me show you a great Microsoft mouse to look out for. It doesn't really go for a crazy amount, but usually you can pick it up for about $1. Let me grab that. Okay, so I had to replace the battery in the camera too, so perfect timing. But this is the Microsoft mouse. These ones here I get for about $1. $2 the most is what I would pay for this mouse, because it's going to sell for right around $12. And I just sold the white version. This one I priced at $15 just because it is the black version. So it's it's a cool mouse. It's older. It's optical, USB still, but people still like these mice and they still sell. So get them for $1, maybe $2 at the most. And they're super lightweight. They'll ship for right around I think about 5 ounces with bubble wrap, and then I throw it in a poly bag. Easy to store, easy to ship, and good profit on it too. Bread and butter is what I should say. Bread and butter profit. And then the keyboards. So on to the keyboards now. So the keyboards I typically pick up are ergonomic or vintage keyboards. Vintage keyboards, you really just got to look them up to see. They're pretty easy to spot. In this video, you saw me pick up a vintage keyboard. You saw it in my cart. And just look them up. Get them for like $1 or $2. They'll sell for between $20 to $30. Some of them can go for quite a bit, especially if they're the the clicky kind. But just the regular run-of-the-mill 90s, early 2000s, those beige keyboards, people still like them and people still use them. They have like what's called the PS2 connector, which I don't think I have anything readily available that shows a PS2 connector, but it's the old style, the connector. I think I might have one laying around. I'll see if I can grab it in a little bit. But the PS2 connector, it's a green one, or this USB. USB connectors are becoming vintage now too. But just look them up. They usually have model numbers. Stick to major name brands. Hewlett Packard, Packard Bell, and they usually have a model number on the back. But the keyboards that sell incredibly well are ergonomic and Apple keyboards, full-size Apple keyboards. I'll sell the half keyboards as well too. Those don't really sell for that much, and those ones are wireless. So you got to be careful with the battery compartment, because usually I'll find them with a bunch of corrosion in them. So be cautious with those ones. I prefer to buy these ones, and I prefer to pay around $2 for these. Maybe $3 the most. then you start cutting too much into your profit margin on these. And these are going to go in a larger bubble mailer. That's what I put them in. So a little bit more expensive as far as your shipping costs goes, shipping supply goes. But, you know, I think I paid as much as $4 for them. And I really won't go that much more. So the model number is A1243. I'm going to put my finger on it there so you guys can see it. Really small. Printing on the back. They do make a wireless version of this that's rechargeable with a lightning port. And those ones go for a little bit more. Those ones go for about $40. So full-size Apple keyboards. People are still looking for them. Even though they're wired, they'll still sell for $20. So buy them cheap. Buy low, sell high. Then, here's some ones that go for quite a bit more. And these ones I can generally get for right around $5, but these are the Microsoft Ergo keyboards. There's someone out there in Las Vegas that buys these almost all the time. As soon as I list them, there's the model is KU. No, it's a Microsoft Natural Ergonomic Keyboard 4000. So there's the tag on the back. And these ones will go for about $40 to $50. These ones come with this accessory here, this thing that kind of raises it up a bit. So if it has it, it'll go for a little bit more. If it doesn't have it, a little bit less. And just make sure it has the feet and the back here. And this one has both feet. This is also USB. Ooh, long cord there. I've noticed the Apple ones always come with short cords, but USB right there. And to get yourself, I mean, if you're going to get involved in keyboards, selling keyboards, get yourself a nice duster. I have an electric duster, wireless, and so it makes quick work of, you know, the dirt and stuff that's in between the keys. And then I just go over it with an alcohol wipe and just wipe it all down. But great keyboards, they go for $40 to $50. Look out for these Microsoft ergonomic keyboards. These ones still do pretty well. And I don't think you can buy these brand new anymore, so I think that's why they're kind of spiked on eBay. Then the other keyboard to look out for, and Microsoft makes a version of this one. And I sell these all the time. I can never keep these ones in stock. These ones go for about $50 to $60. These are wireless and Bluetooth, but they're the Logitech Ergo K860. And like I said, Microsoft makes a similar, it looks almost identical to this, so there is a Microsoft one as well. As you can see, a lot of these companies just copy almost copy others' designs. So, whoop. So those are a few keyboards to look out for. Ones I find pretty regularly and resell pretty regularly. They do really well. Here's another one. This one's a little bit more obscure. I don't find this all the time, but this is the cord. So Logitech makes this. This is older, but they make this wave type of keyboard. It's an ergonomic keyboard. But look out for the Pro version. The Pro version, this one should go for about $60 to $80. Because it's ergonomic and because it's a combo. And it has a really nice mouse. You see the mouse. It has a really nice mouse that comes along with it, too. It's a little bit of an upgraded mouse as opposed to the standard wave keyboard. So look out for the Pro one. And then some other notable mentions are Gold Touch. Just a little ergonomic keyboard here. This should be about $30 keyboard. But it would probably be a little bit more if I had. I believe this one comes with a keypad, but I don't have a keypad with it. But about $30-$40 for these ergonomic keyboards. But yeah, that's stuff that I sell all the time. Stuff I love to sell. I love looking for keyboards. Like I said, I just found that other ergonomic mouse. I mean, I've been looking for that mouse. I've been looking for that Microsoft one for quite some time. And I finally found it. And I've had all these mice in the past. Like back when they first came out. I remember purchasing a lot of these mice over at Fry's, which is our local electronics store. No longer around. But then now, in later years, I've been looking for that stuff, and I'm finding it at flea markets and Goodwills. I found the Logitech version of the Microsoft one, then I found that wireless Logitech one this morning for a couple bucks too, and it goes for $140. So if I find it again, I'll just resell it because I already have one and I have the receiver. So let me show you that. I just remembered. Let me show you that other connector to be on the lookout for. Hold on one second. Okay, and also too, I just remembered it's not necessarily green. I think I said green. So I think keyboards are typically purple, and mice are green. And you'll see the connector in the back of your computer. Most modern computers don't really have it. Older computers. This one isn't even color. This one's beige in color. So this is a Packard Bell vintage keyboard that should go for about $20 to $25. But here's the little what the connector looks like. I hope that is, let's see, right there. So this is the PS2 connector that older keyboards still have. Actually, I have a mouse that I use that still has this connector. So, while I was over there, I grabbed a few more keyboards to show you here. Here's another keyboard. This one should sell for about 40 bucks. This is a wireless. This is a Logitech. This is a gaming keyboard. Full-size keyboard. Make sure when you're getting some wireless ones, like I showed you with that mouse earlier, obviously that one was a large wireless receiver, but make sure you have the receiver, or it comes with the receiver, and this one does. These more modern ones will look like this, just a little USB dongle. So, but this is a gaming keyboard. Gaming style keyboard. I mean, it's a keyboard. It's not necessarily geared. I mean, it's geared towards gamers, but it's a nice upgraded keyboard. Then here's another keyboard. I got a bunch of keyboards. This is actually one of my own keyboards, but here's one keyboard right here. This is actually a Razer brand, just like the mouse. And this is USB. And this is a really nice clicky one. Kind of has a little bit of a low profile. But you can hear the keys right there. Kind of a little bit of a clickier one. There it is right there. So really cool little keyboard. It's nice. I like it because it's full size and it's still a little compact. So that's a pretty cool keyboard. Here's another keyboard. This is a this keyboard in there. I don't know, that thing just flew. No, I'm using this keyboard right now. But here's another really cool keyboard to look out for. This is another gaming keyboard. This is one of my own personal keyboards. I have a lot of keyboards, actually, just that are in my own personal collection. But here's, let me show you another keyboard. Pull the keyboards out from everywhere. This is another keyboard. This is my own, This is not my personal keyboard, but this one's missing a key. Well, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I'm trying to find, a spare key for this one is what I'm trying to find. I ordered one on eBay and it came broken, so but this is another really cool keyboard. This is the Logitech MX Keys Bluetooth keyboard. Look out for these. These go for quite a bit, actually. About this one here, if it was, had the key, I think this one goes for about $80, but I have 3 of these keyboards. They're my own keyboard, rechargeable and everything. It's just really convenient to, I don't know, I have a problem buying I have a problem buying Legos. I have a problem buying keyboards, problem buying mice, problem buying graphics cards, old cell phones, decanters, whiskey bottles, shoes. I have a bunch of shoes. I have a problem collecting anything that's cool that I think is cool. So collect what you like. I mean, if you like it and you have the means, collect it. I have so many. I mean, I have keyboards all over the place and mice and things I collect are all over the place. So, okay. That's enough for this video. I hope you guys appreciate the content. If you guys are here for the entertainment and just shopping, I hope you guys appreciate that trip to the flea market. I go there pretty regularly. And then if you guys are here for the reseller content, for the you know, the information regarding reselling and what to look out for. I hope I helped you guys out, and I hope these keyboards and mice and the little crystal thing I showed you, I hope that also helps you guys out to keep your eye out for these items because they sell really well. I sell these all the time. And I appreciate all new subscribers. Please like the video, thumbs up it if you like it, thumbs down if you didn't like it. I'm trying to remember, make sure everyone, you know, says this part of the video so, you know, fluidly. But the like, subscribe if you want to continue to see content from me. And hit the bell notification if you want to get notified when the new videos come out, which are usually every Monday, Wednesday, should be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. About midday is when I try to release these videos. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
They can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Alright everybody, welcome to the video, and welcome to Goodwill. Flea market was rained out. Well, I mean, it's still open, but there's nobody there. Alright.
Morning.
Good morning.
Thursday.
The flea market's rained out, dude. Flea market's rained out. Not much going on, yeah. So,
We're pretty well stocked.
yeah. Any cool ladies?
They're reserved for you.
Alright, alright. Cool. Are you heading out for the day?
No, I'll be back.
Alright. Okay, adios. Okay, let's go see hard goods. We're gonna walk by the purses over here. What we got? What do we got? No, it's a no. It's a no. It's interesting, but probably a no there. Sack, no. Donatello? Me. Not layer, not layer. There, nope. Kohan. God, looks like a fake leather Kohan. Actually, it kind of looks like a... Alright, this kind of looks like a Hermes. It's got that Hermes look to it. But I don't even know if this is a real Kohan. If this is a Kohan, it's a bad Kohan. Either way. This is an old wallet. Let's have a brand on it. Old wallet. Alright, see. Oh, what do we got here? Disney cars. That's kind of cool. $12.99. It's brand new, sealed. We'll look it up. We'll give it a look up. It's kind of cool. Worthy of going in the cart. Listening Doug. Listening Doug is always pretty good. Look at this. Holder. Is that pretty? Wowie. I'm gonna take a look at this. I'm gonna put it in the cart and I'm gonna take a look at that. Okay. Excuse me, pardon me. Good old Kaiser. Alright, what else we got here? Nope. Alright, let me scan those really quick and then I'll get right back to you. Those are probably not worth it, but... No. front here. The garage, no. This down here. That's an interesting ashtray. Oh, it's flashed on though. Is that flashed on? Yeah, no, pass on that one. Kind of a cool, made in China. Kind of a cool little moose. Nothing's broken on it. I'll put this in the cart. No. Spun glass now. This up. Princess Cruise Liner. Oh yeah. Birds of Paradise. Oh. That's fine. Oh. Reflex. Dancing on the Valentine. No, why don't you use it? Oh, yeah. Reflex, child. Little things of reflex stars. Funny. Now let's press it 12. Disney Cars on the Road Dino playset. Okay, so as you can see, I cleared my cart here. We got rid of the two toys. They're not really going to be worth it. Spotting something here that looks like a Taylor NG mug. Is it? No, it's not. What's this? Does it have anything marking on the bottom? You gotta be careful. You really don't want to ruin tags. But yeah, sometimes you gotta. It's not quite stuck on the bottom. It's just stuck here on this corner. Once I, oh, it is stuck on the bottom actually. Okay. Okay, there's nothing on there. It kind of looks like a Taylor NG style of mug, but it's not. A little Christmas section here. Things can be hidden or misplaced, and I'm gonna try to look for those hidden gems in here. Hence the name of the channel. That's not really the reason why it's called GEM, actually. It's actually an acronym for when my sister used to live with us. We were doing some videos, like food review videos, and so it was an acronym for our names. But then I thought it suited suited the channel for reselling. We're out here looking for those gems. We do sell jewelry. However, we do keep a lot of jewelry. That's the problem. And in a video, I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but there's a pretty big jewelry dealer locally. And he deals a lot in silver, Mexican, and Native American. And we buy a lot of jewelry from him, so personal use jewelry. But we are searching for gems on the shelves. Let's see what else we can find. Okay, this I've done in like the metal section, and I don't know, like scavenger hunt or someone just dropped these things there. But box full of Legos, not really worth it. I found this Roku setup here. I'm just gonna scan it to make sure it's worth it. There's no price tag, so we'll get a good deal on that though. I hope. But let's see what we can find here. It's an interesting lid, but don't think that's really interesting. Pots and pans. I'm usually very unsuccessful in the pots and pans. Okay, not seeing anything here. Okay, I just found something. Try to make sure there's no cracks and I'm not leaving any behind. But let's go down this way. Okay, what we have here are a little nativity set. It is glass, and it is precious moments. Typically, I don't pick up nativities, and I don't really pick up precious moments, but they're in great condition. They're vintage 90s. I didn't look them up because they're great quality, and it should be about $15 for each of these pieces here. I can only find last sold comp on Good Jesus, but we're going to pick all these up. And they're $2.59 each, so we should make a pretty good profit on those. Where am I going to put them? I don't want to get tripped up or anything. Put them right there. I still got to double check that mouse. I haven't found another Mexican cup. The Mikasa, I can't find any comps on the Mikasa, but I think it's going to be worth it for $13. And I need to look up that headset to see if I need a dongle. So we just hit pretty big right now. Hold on, I'm kind of liking this little thing right here. It's a well-used little grinder, but okay. All right, we're just in bins right now. They moved out some bins. I saw this person there. I actually mistook it for another name, but I picked it up. I felt it was well made. Everybody else is going through the bins. I've already been checking it out myself here. But this is an MZ Wallace. Now, I am not familiar with the name. At first I thought it was Liz Wallace, but I am familiar with the quality of work. And even though it's not leather, it's like a nylon, it is a great quality, well-made purse. Priced a little high at $17.89 for purses, but if you look up this brand, it can go for $100, $200, somewhere around there. So I'm gonna do a little more research and see what I should comp this out at. But this is a great find for $17.89. A really good hit right here. Another, I don't know, this might be over $100, 200, maybe 300. But we got this Pool Cue Viking USA. Be on the lookout. The comps, some of the comps are up to $400 for this guy. It was in a cheap case, so I didn't really think much of it being in such a cheap case, but you never know. You gotta check everything out. We pulled another Pool Cue out. This one's not as crazy. This one's probably about 40 to 50, but still, based on $9, we're gonna pay for these each. Stealth. I mean, it's not the greatest one, but it'll still sell. So we're still making money there. So we're doing pretty good. Maybe on the high end, about 600 on this trip. Is what we're gonna potentially sell these things for. Profit obviously will be determined by final value and fees and everything. What it takes to ship it out, but we're making some pretty good profit, and because of that, I might gamble on that. Well, it's not really much of a gamble. I think we'll do pretty well on this Mikasa Birds of Paradise vase. I'll probably put these need a dongle, so I'm not gonna bother with those because I'll hunt one down. And I can't find a matching one for this. Doggone it. I might take it just for $2. It's a nice cup. I really like it. Okay. Utility really pays off, and knowing different categories. We're not picking these up. These aren't really worth it, but Legos definitely worth it. I know Legos. Glassware. We're picking up this glassware. There should be like a $40 to $50 vase. Mikasa. We got the Roku stick, knowing your electronics, knowing your glass, knowing your pottery, knowing your purses, bags, and then knowing about pool cues too as well. So this is pretty wild. Let's head out of here. Another cart rolled out. Let's go take a look. Quick. Is this Star Wars action? This is an older action figure, vintage, General Grievous. It's also $30, so $4.39 has me thinking maybe somebody donated their collection, and I need to look through this again a little more carefully. So we're gonna do that, and I'll get back to you if we're gonna leave. The hits just keep coming. I just found these Nike frames. Did I know they're Nikes? Am I a specialist in glasses? No. But I picked them up, and I knew there was a little bit something different. It was something about the weight, something about the quality. I knew the quality, and I knew the weight, and sure enough, you look at the inside, it says Nike in there. $50 to $75 is what these frames go for. Okay, here's something to look out for really quick. This will be the last thing before I head on out now because, well, first of all, sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, we're definitely not picking this up. But this is a DVD rewriter. Not really worth it. Internal. If you find the Blu-ray rewriters, those ones are definitely worth it. Used, brand new. Probably used. They're probably around $50 to $60. Brand new, it could be $100 plus. So look out for Blu-ray rewriters, RW. That's what that means. Read and write. Okay, we're getting out of here. We got the hits. Not really seeing much else. I mean, you can spend all day here, really. Just going through everything, waiting for bins to come out. But got kids to pick up. And other stuff to do today. Listing. Yeah. Catch you guys later. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video. I hope you guys liked that trip over to the Goodwill. Those pool cues were a pretty amazing find. They were in the bin. They were just stashed down there. They were in some, pretty cheap pool cue cases. They weren't like anything fancy, so kind of wouldn't really know that they were really worth anything. But the Viking one should be up over $200, $250 maybe. There are some that go for up to $400. And then the other one, which seemed a bit of a, not necessarily cheaper, but just lower end quality, it's called Stealth. And that one there, they go for right around 40 to 50 bucks. So we got some pretty good profit just in pool cues. Now, I did feature those in a video, I think a week or two ago, because that's about how, when I shot that actual content, was about 2 or 3 weeks ago already now. So that's why I want to, for all my new subscribers, everyone just joining, you know, at the end of these videos, I really want to share with you guys what I'm picking up right now in the moment, because the endings of these videos I'm shooting right before these videos go live. So this is all stuff I'm picking up right now. Like today, this will be out on a Monday the 19th, so I'm generally doing these endings a day or two before these videos actually get released. So you're getting some of the latest items. You won't see these these items in videos coming up for about 2 to 3 weeks. So, but I'm going to bring them to you now, so you can look out for these items. Not just the items in the video. I'm trying to give you guys comps in the video while I'm out there sourcing. But here's some more items to be on the lookout for and be out there hunting for. And I hope this is helping. You know, if you're a reseller, you know, and you're struggling, look for these items. You know, all my items on average take about 2 months to sell, and on average. So some items take a little bit longer, some items take a lot shorter, like a lot shorter sometimes. So be on the lookout for these things. They do all sell, and I've been doing this for 25 years now, since 1999. I started out doing baseball cards, football cards, basketball, sports cards. That's why I started everything, my whole journey in the reselling. I mean, I didn't think of it as reselling back then. At first, you know, started out as collectors, as a lot of us do. Started out as a collector of sports cards. And then, you know, then we started getting into the, you know, the trading, the buying, the selling of them. eBay started coming onto the scene. Then we started selling them on there, buying them on there. And, you know, the rest is history. Then you just grow. You know, as a reseller, you know, we just kind of grow, and, you know, my taste changes. You know, I started getting into gaming, PC. I'm not really big like Nintendo or PlayStation, Xbox gamer. Got into PCs. I started off with original Nintendo. We went into Sega. I got a Sega Genesis. Atari. I got an Atari. I forget which one it was. 2600, I believe. An Atari. Then it was Nintendo, the original Nintendo. Then got a Sega Genesis after that. And then after that, it was off to PC gaming. And then it was just PC gaming all the time. Building computers. Then I went into computers. Had a job in computers for a while. Then kind of got burnt out of that. So I still sell. And I have a gaming component. Or not gaming. A PC component that you should be on the lookout for when you're out and about. Otherwise, a little bit of history. Just because I'm always getting new subscribers. So I just want to, you know, kind of catch everybody up on me and, you know, what we're doing here. And we're trying to help people. I'm trying to provide entertainment as well, too. For those of you just watching for entertainment, for the shopping, great. You know, I hope this is, you know, I hope this is entertaining for you. You know, I hope I'm providing some great content for you guys to watch. For resellers, people here looking for information, getting started, if you've been doing it for a while or you're finding yourself in a bit of a rut, I'm hoping I'm helping resellers out there in looking for items to resell. And, you know, because the most important thing is finding the items that will sell. That's the key. Items that will sell. There's different, you know, methodology, different, you know, ways to run your business. You can be a long-term seller, you know, where you have a bunch of items that sit for a while, but they will sell eventually. Or you can be a person that follows, you know, the sell-through rate, items that are selling fast right now. But I'm more in the camp of just finding items that sell. Because I've been doing this for so long, and I've talked about this in previous videos, that, you know, you can kind of see items at the point where I'm in now. You can kind of see items and know that there's a buyer out there for that item. Just based on your history. Maybe you haven't sold that exact item before, but you've sold something similar in the past. And now that item is kind of like giving you the same vibes, you know, and I don't really know what to call it. Like, it's not a sixth sense or anything like that, but you kind of just visualize, you kind of see that buyer, and you put that energy out there, and then it sells, and it sells. And sometimes I still get shocked. You know, I'm like, I see an item out there. I sold a glass cat sculpture just recently. I found it at Goodwill. It was $16, and you know, based on comps, you know, I shouldn't really have picked it up. It wasn't really worth it for $16, but I bought it anyway because it was more unique. Couldn't find that exact one that it sold. Thought it'd be worth about $60, and sure enough, someone bought it, and it took less than a week. I think it took like 4 days to sell. So over time, you develop this sort of, I don't know, salesman type of mentality, I guess. I don't know. I don't like to think of myself as a salesman, but I guess I am. But, you know, you just kind of see that, hey, I know somebody will buy that. I know someone wants that. And here's something that, I'm going to show you a piece right now, something that I think is cool. I would never personally buy this for myself. And neither would my wife, but we think it's cool, and we just want to, you know, kind of like rescue it from where it was at, you know, here in, you know, I'm in San Jose, California, and put it online for the world to see, and maybe someone out there really wants to put this in their collection. So this is something that I think is cool, and I bought it. It was from Savers. It's a dish. Nothing that we would necessarily keep ourselves, but it is a cool piece. We do really like it. It's a great piece of pottery, and it's actually handmade. Clouds Folsom is the pottery company that made this. This was from 1992. It is dated and signed in the back. A little hard to read right off the bat. It took me a little bit to get that, but checking for chips and cracks, especially around these little edges right here. There are comps on this. There are sold comps on this piece exactly. There's other pottery, but this one here, this little chip and dip, has last sold for $40, but not with this print on it, not with rabbits and carrots. So what do you think when you think of rabbits and carrots? Easter. What holiday is coming up right now? Well, St. Patrick's Day is next, but Easter is right after that. And the next big holiday, you know, that people will be celebrating and having get-togethers for will be Easter. So, a perfect little Easter piece. I already have this listed. I have it listed for $60 because it is Easter. It is like a party dish tray, you know. And I think in the video, when I was shooting the video for this, I believe I mentioned I don't like plates. I don't like serving plates, dishes, bowls. It's the diameter that really gets me as far as shipping wise, because, you know, with a diameter like this, you got to find a box that's 12 inches by 12 inches. And, you know, probably about, you know, to account for padding, about 5 to 6 inches in, you know, in height. So, I mean, you would think that'd be easy, but it's not. It's not easy, you know, getting those boxes. And that's not something I normally keep in stock because it's a very, you know, one-off type of item. These are like a one-off type of item. I happened to spot it there, and I just said, I don't like picking up plates or nothing, and then I see this there, and I'm like, you know what? That's actually kind of cool. I should pick it up. I know that someone's going to be out there wanting this. Easter is almost upon us, so cool piece. Really cool piece of pottery. I mean, a well-made piece of pottery. And, you know, and surprisingly, no chips on it. No chips or nothing. You would think there'd be something in here. There feels like, it looks like there might be some, but it's just from the folding of it, you know, in the process of making this. There's like a hard edge right there, but it is still glazed and in great condition. So this, you know, what caught my eye really was the artwork on it. And there is, I can't remember the name. I still can't remember the name. But there is these plates, these pottery plates, where they have animals. It looks very similar to this type of painted bunny rabbits here. But they're kind of running around the rim. And you'll see them running. You'll see them painted around. They have different animals. If you see anything like that, look it up. Pick it up. Because it could be incredibly valuable. And that's what I thought immediately when I saw this. It's not that, but it still has some good value. Okay, cool piece of pottery here. And we pick up everything here. On this channel, we pick up a little bit of everything. Glass, pottery, computer parts. As a matter of fact, check this out right here. This is a computer component. Make sure that doesn't fall. Okay, so I picked this up. It looks like a giant squid full of arms here. As you can see right there. Box right here, boom. And pretty easy to look up here because it has all the information right there. But we have a Corsair CX600. This is a power supply for a computer. And you would need this if you're building a computer. Now, this isn't like one of the higher end models. The higher end ones are completely modular now. So you don't have this big old arm full of connectors here on the side. They would be separated and you'd have different plugs on the front. But the one good thing about this and me finding this is there's no cables missing. They're all here unless someone chops it off, but none are chopped off here. But if it's modular, there's always cases missing. I find just the power supply box all the time loose with no cables. And then people still want to charge like $50, $60, $70. I'm like, oh. But in this case, you don't need to worry about that. The cables are all here. This will resell for about $40. It's not a very, like I said, it's not a very high-end brand, but it is a, or not a very high-end model, I should say. The brand is a very good gaming brand, computer builder brand. But Corsair, big fan on the bottom there. Plug in the back. Now, unless you're a computer builder, you're not really going to be able to test these because you'll need a motherboard to plug them in. You can get like you can get testers for these on Amazon where you just plug them into a little device and it'll tell you if it works or not. But those aren't 100% reliable. Really, plugging it up to a computer, and then seeing if it turns on, basically. So I can do that. I have the ability to do that. I have all kinds of motherboards, and if you follow the channel, you guys know I pick up tons of computer components. So this I might actually keep to help me test, and the reason why is because I have a bunch of smaller ones, little ones like half this size, and they're always getting lost. I always misplace them. So this was only $349 is what they charged us because it had no price tag on it. So we took it to the front, and they said, all right, how about $349? I'm like, perfect. And the reason why we get the treatment we get at Goodwill or the flea market or wherever is because we're there all the time, and we've developed, I guess we're friends. We're all friends. We all chit-chat and everything. We all hang out, and that's a form of friendship, I believe. And we see each other all the time, so we're always, chatting it up with people, seeing how people are, It's kind of like a workplace, basically. These are your, fellow co-workers. I mean, there's some sort of a friendship there, right? I think. So they always, will help. Not everybody necessarily gets, can get everything priced at the front. I know I've watched people online. I watch people on YouTube, and they're like, oh, I won't be able to get a price for it because, it's not priced right now. Come back tomorrow. But fortunately, we have the relationship we do with a lot of Goodwill, Goodwills and flea market vendors, and they will price stuff for us at the front. So, okay, next item. Oh, 1 second. Hold on. Let me get something to drink really quick. Okay, a little bit of cranberry juice here. We went to dinner last night at BJ's. BJ's Brewery, if you guys have one near you, go check it out. I'm not really a big like beer guy. It makes me super bloated, so I don't really. Yeah, I'll have a beer from time to time, but it's not really my thing. But they make a in-house black cherry soda, which is very delicious. I don't drink soda that much, but I mean I could if we kept it around the house, but we don't for that reason. But black cherry soda at BJ's, amazing, very delicious. Okay, so we got the chip and dip, got the power supply. Then we were over in the wallet section, and we find this. It's a little Toomey, a very high-end brand of travel accessories, bags. This is actually a little accessory kit that you would get on an airplane. It's it actually has in partnership with Air India. So these things will sell pretty well, around $20. But look out for Toomey. They make briefcases, bags, all kinds of stuff for travel. So look out for that name. It's a really good name to look out for. This still has a tag on it. So this we just got yesterday. So $4.39 is what we paid for that at Goodwill. So really cool. Just this, throw in a poly bag. It's not going to get broken or anything like that. Very easy. Very quick, easy. After fees and everything, probably about a $12 profit on that. Then jumping back over to technology. This one I got at the flea market. box is pretty crunched up, but it is still brand new in there. But it is a webcam, a Logitech 920. This is the HD, so it's 1080p. Yeah, full 1080p webcam. These things still sell pretty well, and brand new condition, around 40 bucks. Used condition, probably more about half of that, probably about $20. But you definitely want to look for the HD, the 1080p ones. Everything's moving more towards 4K now, but 1080p is still a really good camera, webcam to buy. I know during the pandemic, these were like $200, but they've dropped back down to realistic prices. So 40 bucks for that camera if you find it out there in the wild. Not all cameras necessarily, but this is the C920. So but the key is Logitech 1080p. That's what you want to look for. Or higher, 4K ones. I believe the 4K one is called the Logitech Brio, B-R-I-O. I actually use a formerly Polycom, webcam, which is the 4K one as well too. So the 4K ones are better. They command bigger price, obviously, because better resolution. Then, jumping back over to a little pottery, we have a mug. And it's a really cool little mug, well made. And in the video, I was talking about, this video will be out about, probably this will be more towards the end of March, probably, the video where I got this. But it was just a really well made, nicely crafted mug. I saw the birds on it, and it was nicely done. So Cornell Lab, very easy to look up. $2.89 is what we paid for it. And this should go for around $20 to $25 for this mug. So some mugs still can bring great profit. You just have to be able to identify them. And just looking at all the mugs, this was sitting there for at least a day at the Goodwill based on the date in the back. But just sitting there on the hook. Bunch of other mugs sitting there. Bunch of other people have been through the store already. Just knowing what good quality is, I was able to identify it visually. Picked it up. Okay, that's kind of a good feeling mug. What's the subject matter? It's got bird. A lot of people are bird lovers, and there's a ton of birds. It's got, you got your blue jay, you got your hummingbird. Oh, that's an Oreo. I don't know what that is, and that's a cardinal and a dragonfly. But I don't think it's highlighting the dragonfly. I think it's more for the birds. And then Cornell Lab. You're able to look that up. Cornell Lab bird mug, $20 to $25. Nice mug to look out for. Then the last piece I want to show you guys is cows on parade. Look out for these. They're usually decorated cows. This one is not decorated though. This is actually one you would paint yourself. So it's called Cows on Parade. Obviously you want to find them with the box. That'd be better. But loose, they don't sell for that much. Probably around $15-ish loose. So you want to pay low, $1 or $2. But here, brand new in the box, we're looking right around $40 for this guy, for the paint one. Now, there are some decorated ones that do go for more. So I did have to look this one up because I wasn't sure. I haven't come across one that is a paint your own before. So I had to look it up, and sure enough, for $4, we paid $4.59. That should sell for $40. And this, again, it's brand new, so can't go wrong with brand new. So a few great items there. Let me know what you guys are picking up out there. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know how your sales are going. If you're a reseller on eBay, let me know. I know things are a little bit down this year so far, but things have been starting to pick up as of late, and hopefully that continues on for the rest of the year. Not just for me, but for everybody else out there. And I hope, if I helped you with anything from this video, previous videos, let me know. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you guys have found any of this stuff out there. I'm always dropping little shorts on YouTube. You'll see my links down below for Instagram. I have a second channel that's just some shipping videos. So if you guys need help with that in shipping, let me know. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, you can hit the thumbs down button. Subscribe if you want to continue to get content like this from me. And bell notification if you do want to get notified when my videos come out. But that is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And usually about midday. That was my goal this year. my goal, you can call it my New Year's resolution if you want, was to have a video out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right about 12 noon every day. So that is what I'm shooting for, and I've been pretty successful at getting videos out at that time. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments down below, but we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.
They can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
To the video, and welcome to Savers. We're back at our home base Savers in San Jose. The day of me filming this is a Tuesday. You know what that means around here is Senior Tuesday. So, let me tell you, the seniors come out. Rain or shine, it don't matter. It'll more than likely be busy in there. Parking lot looks okay. But Senior Tuesday everywhere, so not just here. Also at Goodwill. Okay, let's get in there. So look out for, but kind of just cheap little thing. There are a couple of Lego sets down there. They're priced fairly well, so I'm gonna take a look. See if they're brand new. What do we got here? Nothing. Corn. Cards just kind of dangling out there. Hold on, wait. Let's look at the purses here. More than likely overpriced. There we go. New wallet. Wallet. Give me a second. I'm not actually. I've seen them in stores. I've never seen them out and about. Let me take a look at this really quick. Check out these little minifigures here. Let's see if there's anything. Yeah, let me see the little minifigures there.
They're actually half off today, so they're
Oh, they are?
so they're
Oh, cool.
$4.99, so they're $2.99 now.
Okay. And then can I see that camera that's right here? Yeah, let me just see what brand that is.
But it's no lens.
Oh, no lens, okay.
Yeah, I just want to let you know.
It's Rebel G, okay. Okay, I'll pass on the camera there.
Okay.
Let me see these really quick.
Yeah, I thought.
Okay, nothing I need.
Okay, no
Yeah, I'm
problem.
good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything else?
Yeah, can I see those glasses? The Ray-Bans right here in the front? Be cool. Yeah.
I'll be right with you, Paula. Sorry.
I'll take these.
Okay. Gilbert, right?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay.
Gilbert, yeah. Thank you. Oh, there's another. Oh, I'm sorry. There was. Sorry. Sorry, there was
You're
another
fine.
pair right there. Let me just take a look at these. Okay.
Are they real?
No, these ones aren't.
Yeah.
The other ones are.
Good.
Yeah.
You want this one?
No, I'm not gonna take those.
Does this one?
Yeah, just those for now.
Okay. Let me know if you see anything else.
All right. Cool. Cool. Thank you.
Now you got me hooked on glasses.
I know. I found some good ones here. I found some other Ray-Bans and some Maui.
I have two for the price. You can't go wrong.
No, you can't really, especially the aviator style.
Yeah, aviator style.
Those are always in. Everybody loves those.
I'm looking at the little like the army, the military type. You know that.
Oh yeah.
There's just a certain style.
Exactly. I've been looking for an old pair of Ray-Bans there. They're called the chromas.
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah.
Not quite that.
Anything else?
Can I
You
see?
took them all.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Can I see that watch down there? That black one? I think that's
That's one thing when you got control over, you know, that you got in there. Some people they get a little shifty, but why?
Yeah.
Well, you know what you
Yeah.
want, so that's why.
Yeah, you know.
You see it before, or you're waiting, and then you're looking while you're waiting. You know.
Yeah.
That should be known.
All right, this I'll pass on. All right, I think I'm good. I'm gonna go check out the shelves now. Yeah. All right, you go. Sure, sir. I'm done.
Okay. Good.
I'm done for now.
You sure?
Yeah, but I'll be back.
I hope you like that.
Okay, so we're definitely gonna pick up that Lego set. I just can't help myself when it comes to Legos, especially brand new. Then we got those Ray-Ban aviator glasses. They should do really well. They're priced up to about $40. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna look this up. Worthy of looking up. But aviator style glasses are always popular. $37.99. Well, we will not get a senior discount, but we will get a 20% discount because I do have a coupon. So make sure. Make sure you donate to get the coupon. Make sure it's a baggy wall. In between the music. Got a Puma. I thought that was from Lion King. But maybe it's getting a little bit loud. Let me cut it here for a little bit. Okay, one of the books and magazines I'm looking for is comics, compilation, comic books, graphic novels. Some games up here. I'm gonna take a look at. Nah. Some brand new. I'll take a look at this just because it's brand new. I don't think it's really worth it, but let's take a look. Yeah, okay, just CDs. Slots. Recon. World of Warcraft. StarCraft. Nah. We have Sims, Battlefield, random PS3 games. Okay, let's move down the other aisles here. I think I'll put the baseball. It's probably about $25 to $30 for the baseball. The video going to sell down there, but it's not going to be worth it. Can I pick this up? I wonder if this is brand new. It's a. I don't think it's one of the better ones. Oh yeah, see, Docs is 3.0. Generally, I want 3.1 on that. Docs is 3.1. That can probably just sit around forever. But what is this? This is IKEA. IKEA what? IKEA router? IKEA. Okay. That is not worth anything. I believe it's what did it say? The gateway. me look this up really quick, just double check. Help you control your IKEA lights remotely from your cell phone. It's not. I don't have a way to test that, so I'm not going to pick it up. It might go for as high as $30. But I found this internet radio, which should go for about 50 to 60. I'm going to try to test it while I'm here. There's some plugs against the wall over there, so I'm going to cut that way. Let's take a look. Let's see if it works here. There should be some plugs over here. Here we go. Strip. Sure. Okay, we tested the radio. Radio tested and works, so we're going to pick that up. Over here on the glass. The decanter, that does not go with it. A topper. This actually can be worth something. Place in the cart. Alright, let's draw this wall. Okay, so I put this off the wall. We're going to take a look at that. I really don't know what it is. Is this for a calendar? It's inside a Sony plastic case. Picked up that cloth. I've sold something similar to that before, and it was really good. So we're going to look that up. It's priced at $15.99, so I want to be sure. I can never stay away from the mug. And if you guys have been watching, you know I collect mugs. I collect the Denny mugs from different places. This looks like oh, here we go, yeah. Nambe bowl. That's pretty well used for $5. Should be okay. We'll look it up. There's another one right here. Yeah. I saw it with its hair. Nambe's the name to look out for. It just had that look right when I spotted it. So, none of these IKEA. Okay, let's check another eye. Oh. No. Okay.
Yes, we have all the good stuff, like big discounts and benefit packages.
Interesting. Yes. Pardon me. Sure. Okay. Just threw some stuff in my cart. We're gonna go back here where it's a little less congested. Just double check how it works. I don't know about Pioneer Woman. I don't know about this. But there's some car pieces that may or may not be worth it. It's over here. No, really nothing. Okay, let's find a quick spot, and I'll get back to you guys on the next commercial. The ESPN Baseball Tonight ball, $5.49. These are 2 Nambe balls. See the Nambe for $5. This one I think is $6. Like $40 for each for the pair. This here $20, $30. This here around $50 to $60. Grace Digital. And then I couldn't find the matching peppermill, but $3.49 should probably sell for about $15 loose. Just a nice vintage marble salt shaker. I'm gonna go walk down the shoes and see if there's anything over there, but if I see anything else, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, we're gonna head over to Goodwill. That may or may not be in this video, depending on the length. That would be nice to have. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to Savers. Like I said, that was my local Savers, just the one closest to me, or the one that's on my closest to where I source, close to the flea market, close to several Goodwills as well. The other Savers, which are the 2 or 3 videos before this, that one is further down the freeway, and that is more one I would go to if I'm in the area, maybe on the weekend, just want to go check it out. This one here, I do visit pretty regularly. It's just, I'm not really a big fan of Savers. I know people pull great stuff out of there, and I have too. It's just not consistent enough for me. And really where I want to focus my time is at the Goodwills, the flea markets, where I consistently find items that I can resell on eBay. Or Poshmark as well too, because we do sell on Poshmark as well. And I have some items I'm going to show you guys, but I want to talk about sourcing. And you see in the videos, I'm only picking up like, maybe 5 items or so at a time, maybe as high as 10 items at a time. And that's not really enough to sustain a full-time income on eBay. You really got to be sourcing a lot more. Now, you guys are only seeing the videos I'm putting out, so that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But in reality, I'm sourcing a lot, actually. I source pretty much Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But, you know, the weekends, I don't really consider that. You know, you kind of think of it as a job because you're earning money, but for us, it's just fun. It's just being out there, finding items. Let me just show you one item really quick here before I get into the rest of the items. You know, I find these mugs that I collect, these Deneen mugs, you know, where am I going to, I mean, well, Big Sur is close to me, but when am I going to go to Big Sur to go searching for this mug? Or how do I even know this place even has, you know, well, Big Sur is a place, but Big Sur Lodge is the actual place where the mug comes from. When am I going to go to Big Sur Lodge to get this mug? So the fact that I'm out to Goodwill and I find it, you know, you get that little high that you found an item that you really like, that you collect. This is a collection piece, by the way. It should sell for $15 to $20 on eBay if you were to resell it, but Deneen mug is what you want to look for. Really cool mugs. I collect them, though. They go into my collection, so whenever I find them, unless they're duplicates, then I'll sell a duplicate. But you know, when we're out there, we don't really, I mean, I don't think of it as, you know, as I'm working, you know, I'm hustling. It's just, what can I find? What's out there today? You know, what kind of items am I going to be able to pull? And am I going to find some old vintage? You know, maybe it's clothing. I'm not a big clothing person, but maybe it's clothing. Maybe it's, you know, some toys from when I was a kid. Maybe it's something I collect nowadays. Maybe it's some computer parts. Maybe it's Legos. You know, maybe it's really cool glassware. Maybe, you know, it's just, it's fun. It's fun. It doesn't feel like a job. So when I say I'm out there sourcing, that's the part we like. And that's the part that a lot of people like. You know, it's that getting that fix, that shopping, you know, getting that high from shopping. You know, some people just, you know, like to shop. And as resellers, I think a lot of resellers like the shopping part. The other stuff, you know, the packing, the listing, that stuff can get really tedious. And, yeah, but that's how you make your money. You know, you got to get stuff pictured, listed. You got to get it shipped out. So that's the part you don't really see on my channel because it's not the fun part. It's not and I don't think it's important, yes, but you got to find the items first. You got to find the items to list. You got to find the items so that way you have something to sell that you can eventually ship out. That's the most important part, is finding the great items out there that you can buy low and resell for higher so that way you can make a profit. Now, and also, too, you know, you guys don't see all the trips that I make out to the thrift stores or the flea market. Sometimes I just don't film because either I just don't feel it, I don't feel like it, maybe I don't feel like it's great content, maybe there's too much music in there. So I'm not filming everything that I'm sourcing. So there's still a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. And I'm very fortunate to be in an area where I do have a death pile, by the way. Well, I have a pile of stuff that just needs to get listed. That's what it is. But, you know, I know there's areas of the country, and I know other bigger channels are out there, and they talk about, you know, there's seasons for flea markets, seasons for what do you call it, garage sales. You know, stores are always open, but maybe they don't have that many, you know, thrift stores around. So when those things are available to them, then they have to get as much as they can. They have to pile it in, take big old cart loads, or fill up a little wagon at your flea market, just fill it up, because, you know, come wintertime, this might not be available to us. But living in California, you know, first of all, we have just great weather in California. I know right now it's just like a rainstorm that's came through, so it's a little bit odd, but, you know, it's not unusual. And just being in a state that has great weather, or being in the area in the state also that has great weather, we have flea markets. The flea markets are basically year round. I live in San Jose, Silicon Valley, and it is, you know, it is one of the wealthier places in the world. And there's a lot of waste that people throw away that still has value. What they consider waste can be resold and can make money for you. What else? I know, like in Florida, I see some of the guys over in Florida sourcing. You know, Florida also pretty consistently has great weather. I know they get, you know, they can have some pretty wet days, but then they have real sunny days. You know, it's pretty. The temperature is pretty mild, like during the winter months when other places would be snowed out or blizzard or anything like that. So they can have consistent, you know, flea markets and garage sales and all that. So it really depends on the area that you live in the country that determine the way you're going to source. Now, if I really wanted to, I could just list everything and I'll be good for about a couple months with what I currently have right now that I can list. And just go with a method of, which we used to, go with a method of, all right, I need to list some items for the next few days. Let me go out and do some sourcing really quick. And I can get enough items just, you know, within a 10, 15 mile radius of me. You know, I can get, because the flea market is not that far. I can go, if you go on a Sunday to that flea market, I can have, and that's what we used to do. We used to just source on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. And we really only used to source Saturday mornings and then basically Sunday mornings at the flea market. And we would fill up to sometimes go back to the car, empty stuff we got. 2 carts, sometimes go back to the car, empty, and then fill up again. That's just the way it is. So I could go the route of not having any, you know, pending merchandise, any pending merchandise to list to, all right, I listed what I got. Let me go source in and pick up those items. I don't know. I kind of like to have a little bit just sitting around just in case, you know, if you get sick or, you know, something comes up and you really can't go sourcing. I like to have a little bit of, you know, of stuff available to keep me going so that way I can just keep eBay fed. So keeping active on eBay. That's the key. So what you see here is just a small, on YouTube, what you see is a small portion, just a little snapshot of my reselling life. And I'm trying to show you guys how to navigate these thrift stores, flea markets, and how to pick out some great items. And I hope you guys are finding, you know, some great items out there too. And I hope I'm helping you guys find these items as well. But let's get into the items that I recently picked up. And one of them is really interesting because, well, you'll see here right now. Well, let me tell you what it is. It's a bacon cooker. Now, let me show you what a bacon cooker looks like. I really had no idea exactly how to use this. But I knew it was a bacon cooker. I just didn't know. I was like, all right, I don't know how to use it. I actually looked it up for the first time yesterday. And you actually use this in the microwave, which is kind of interesting because it's a piece of pottery. It's a bacon cooker. Now, at first glance, when I first saw it, I was thinking, yeah, it's a really nice piece of pottery. Kind of looks like a mug because it has a little hook here. It has a nice handle. I was like, mug. But then it has grooves, if you guys can see that. It has grooves. It has 4 grooves around on each side here. I'm like, wait a second. You can't put a liquid in there. It's just going to come right out. Then my second thought was, is that the second thought is, it looks like a candle thing, like a little candle, you know, little candle holder, but you can't really put a candle in there, can you? It's a bacon cooker. That's what it is. Cool little item. You basically drape the bacon over it, and you put it in the microwave. I'm not really sure. You can look here on YouTube, look videos how to use it. But you drape the bacon over it, then you put it in the microwave, and it cooks it, and then all the grease runs to the bottom, and you can pour it out. So cool little piece of pottery. It'll sell for $30. So nice. You saw the Dinning mug. I showed you that one. Let me show you something to not buy here. Don't buy this for this price, is what I should say. This actually I got on a discount because I went on President's Day. But this is the Dreams Lego set. Brand new sealed. Dreams it's still out in stores. I do believe, based on, because I keep up with the Lego community, because I'm a big Lego fan, and Lego Dreams isn't really well received. It's kind of like, alright. I mean, it's kind of strange. It's not really you know, what we, you know, Marvel, or it's not any of the classics, Castle Knights or Forest Men or anything like that. It's not really anything. It's cool, but it's not, right now, it's not collectible cool. But in the future, I've seen some of these one-off categories or things they create get discontinued, and then all of a sudden those items become hot commodities and people want them. $52.99. I did get a discount on that, the President's Day discount. I think it's 25% off, 20 or 25% off. So I did get a discount on it. This would resell for right around $60-ish, $60 to 70 maybe, 70 on the high end. But I suspect that this may get discontinued soon, and people are going to want it because Lego's not going to make it anymore, and it could be a very hot item. So I'm going to keep it sealed, by the way. It does have some pretty cool minifigures in there. You guys want to see those? So that's a Lego set. Don't buy it. Not for $52. I mean, if you can find it for 10 or even 20, you still might be able to make some good money on it. But $50, don't buy it for $52. I'm, I guess, speculating is what you would call that. Now, some other cool items, and really cool items for me, items I like to find. I would like to find newer items, but these are older, but these are graphics cards. This is one by NVIDIA, 570. You know, kind of easy to spot. Just it's a big circuit board with a giant. This is the cooler part of it. So it's got a little blower style fan is what we call that. There is a I don't know if you can see in there. There's a bunch of aluminum fins in there that help to dissipate the heat that is produced by the chip, by the graphics chip. So if you're a gamer, you need a graphics card in your computer. So I found this one. I found. Now these are all about $50 to $60 a piece. These are older. These are not any of the more modern graphics cards that are out there. That first one was a NVIDIA. This is a ATI, but ATI is no longer around. It's AMD now. So this is another similar style card. It has the blower there. This one's a little bit, excuse me, it's a little bit more modern. It has some modern connectors on the front. So it's a HD 5870. And then the one that should go for the one that should go for at least $60 is this one coming up here. I found this one here. And this is the R, or it's a 6970. The R just stands for Radeon. So a little bit more modern connectors on there. So just some, I mean, cool for me. Graphics cards. You really got to be cautious because, especially with internal computer components, you don't know if they work. And you're going to have to be able to test them. So unless you have a test bed at home or a computer that you can open up, not too many people, do that stuff. So I can go in there and test this out. For parts, these cards aren't really worth it. Maybe $10, $15 for parts, but if I already tested these. These are working units, so they'll sell for about $50 to $60, and that's really how you're gonna get the most money out of them, is if you can test them and they are working. Now, one of them did come in a big box, like this right here. This one right here. This came in a giant box. Now, I'm not going to ship it in this box because this would cause the dimensions here would cause the shipping to be pretty high. But it's not necessary. For these items, it's not necessary to send a box. More modern graphics cards actually have a little bit more, smaller boxes actually. But more modern graphics cards, like your NVIDIA, 30 series or even 20 series. And then, what's AMD? AMD's, I can never remember the numbers for AMD for some reason. But more modern ones, you'd probably want to ship with the box. But these older ones, you don't have to. They're not necessarily collector pieces, so they don't really care if it comes with a box or not. They're going to be using it for maybe a retro gaming rig or something. So if you do find it with the box, you can chuck the box If you have an anti-static bag, like these are in right here, like this one's in, a little anti-static bag, that'd be great. If not, what I do is, before I ship them out, I'll wrap them in packaging paper. I'll just wrap them in packaging paper, then I'll wrap them in bubble wrap. So if you don't have any anti-static bags, not that it's, I mean, the odds of something occurring because it doesn't have a anti-static bag is incredibly low, extremely low, but it can happen. So, and then accessories. Some of these, some of these come with little accessories, little adapters for HDMI or DisplayPort. They might come with some adapters for the power, because they use specific connectors on the inside of your computer. So they might have adapters for that. Really, you don't need to include those. You could if you want to, but the reality is you can ship them as they are. And again, these are for older graphics cards. Modern ones, if you have the box for them, that would be better. But these older ones, not really. When did these even come out? These came out in I think this is the most recent one. Is there a date on here? This one came out in, well, you know what? I can ask Google. It does say DirectX 11, so it's... Here we go. When did the AMD 6970 come out? And this one came out 14 years ago. So 14 years ago. So no need to include the box. So we're chucking the box. We're going to recycle that. But I like finding graphics cards. I like finding computer components. You guys know I like keyboards. I like mice. But I also like pottery and stuff. I collect those Denny mugs, which are really cool. And I do collect some glassware if it's cool glass that I like. And what I collect doesn't necessarily have to be of value. It's just if I like it, I'll collect it. Either way, thank you guys for watching the video. Oh, I want to thank my the subscribers, because we're over 2,000 subscribers. And you know what? Getting to the first 1,000 is always, I guess it takes a while. It took me about a little over 6 months to get to 1,000, which I think is a little quick in my opinion and from what I've seen. But then to get that next jump over to 1,000 only took a few more months. Only took, I got it in December, January, February, so a little over 3 months to get the next 1,000 subs. But thank you guys for subscribing, and I hope I can continue to provide entertaining content for those of you here for the entertainment, and education for those of you that are here to learn about reselling or just to learn about what to find out there. And drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know if this entertained you, or if it you learned something from this video, or if you have any, if you saw anything in the video that I should be looking at, I should be picking up. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if I'm missing anything. And please hit the thumbs up if you did like the video. Subscribe if you want to continue to see content from me. And hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when my videos release, which is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, and usually about midday. I think that has really helped grow the channel, and it gives me the motivation to continue to make these videos for everybody out there, as well as getting paid through advertisements. That's the part of the incentive as well, is that I'm getting paid for the advertisements just for you guys watching the video. So thank you guys for that, and we'll catch you in the next video.
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
And welcome to Goodwill. We're out in Santa Clara, California today. A little bit of a drive for us. Let's see what we can find. Okay. We got here. What do we Red camera. Minolta. Here.
I like it.
Router. They go friends. Oh, that's cool. There goes Super Mario. Looks opened. Alright, switch that back. The camera right there. I'll come back and look at those cameras. Several of them. Check out what was kind of hiding down there. This, if I'm not mistaken, is some sort of a dictionary. Not a bad price. Got a Switch headset. That's not, oh yeah. Yeah. I'm going to take this one here. Here we go. Canon. Okay. Yeah. Alright, we'll take this as well too. Canon. 10 megapixels, small compact. Might have a battery charger for that. It's a little loud here, but I found this the Islamic clock, prayer clock. Pretty cool. I kind of like the design. It's a little dusty. Can't find this exact one, but other prayer clocks looks to be around $40 or so. So let's see. Okay, let's check this back wall over here. And I hope I don't get copyright here. Math dice now, but keyboards, I love keyboards, you guys know that. Here's a Google Mini, not for $11 though. Yeah, let's stay away from that. Okay, Jabra headset. Looks pretty well used. Got that. Okay. Catching this stuff here. What we got here? How much? Oh, it's missing the end cap. No. No. Old IBM. Microsoft, no. Old but not good. Voice amplifier with microphone headset. No. Interesting. I'm gonna say no on that. Okay, let's move on down. Okay, some of these can do really well. Receivers, DVD VCR combos, DVD recorders. These are all like DVD players. And one of the reasons why I don't pick them up, and you'll see a lot of people that do, because of the shipping. So I'm always thinking of it. I don't carry boxes in this size. I mean, I will, if there's some profit in there, good profit, I will, but actively go out and look for a box. Not something I normally do. I prefer to pick up a camera, which is small, and goes in a bubble mailer and sells for $100-something, as opposed to picking up something large and trying to find a box for it. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to find those in good quantity too. Okay, let's move down a little bit here. Mug. You want to kind of be careful. Can get a Vero on this, or let's say a fake, or what do they call it? Not fraud. What do they call it? So either way, you can get a Vero takedown if it has a logo, but there's no like official markings down here, no trademark, no copyright, no year. It doesn't say BMW, it just has a BMW stamp on it. So anybody could have made that. And if you get a takedown, you really can't fight that. So be cautious on mugs or water bottles, anything with just a label on it, but there's no official branding, no official wording on the back. Be cautious. Music's kind of loud here, so just found this on the shelf. Barbie Lunar New Year. Typically Barbies aren't really worth it, and I don't pick them up, but I looked this one up and it goes for about $50. It's brand new in the box, just sitting here. $10 that we're going to pay. I'll make some pretty good profit on that. My wife handed me these Harry Potter things. Let me know if you guys know anything about these. I couldn't find anything. We might pick them up just because they have a bunch of the wands with them. They're metallic, maybe pewter wands, but they're empty, like book covers maybe for a project or something. I don't know, but we might pick those up. Okay, let's keep on moving down the line. Oh, I picked this up because it's pretty cool. I'm going to look it up. I may or may not get this, just depending upon, because it's $8, so we'll see. Right there. Odds are it's not worth it, but we had luck with it, with them before. Definitely something to keep an eye out for, but from what I can see, nothing really there. I don't really see anything else here. I think we're going to do a roll with the stuff we got. Go check out another Goodwill over here in Santa Clara. We'll probably get something to eat as well, too. A lot of great Indian restaurants here in Santa Clara, so you might try to find a good place. All right, let's wrap it up. We were leaving, but looking for my wife, and I found these salt and pepper shakers. Vintage melt glass. They got like an Art Deco kind of design to them. We're going to get that for sure. $2.39. We'll pay for that. Checking out this little glass vase. Interesting. Yeah, we're not going to peel that back really quick. Nope. Nope. I'm going to take that one. I might scan it just to see if it comes up with anything. Grapes. Gotta pick up the grapes. Oh, fresh cart. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else. I'm gonna scan that thing. I'll get back to you if it is worth anything. Otherwise, we'll probably be leaving. Oh wait, we're paying for the grapes. $6. My wife picked up this Patricia Nash leather. Something to definitely be on the lookout for. We'll do a little deep dive at the end. Patricia Nash. Not just purses, but there's other items that she makes as well too. Usually leather work. Kipling bag. Look up already. We're paying $12 for that one. Metal ape. Not a monkey, it's an ape. Okay, let's get checked out here and roll. Bioshock. Okay, so nothing really spectacular here, about $12, maybe $15. But there's a bunch listed. I'm not going to bother with that. I haven't come across Paul Revere lately, so just want to double check my work, make sure I am leaving it, either taking it if it's worth it or leaving it behind. This Peloton, I got a Vero on a Peloton mug, so be careful. Cat. Nothing there in the green. The wood section doesn't look very good. Miscellaneous yellowish glass. Take a look at the wood. I have found some good stuff in here before. The random glass vase. Oh, it's chipped up right there. That's why it was left behind, because that's nice. It actually might have been a pickup, but that's pretty bad. There's a humidor, so for cigars. I've sold these before in the past. I don't think it has a name on it or anything. And it's probably only this size, maybe $15-ish. So the larger ones with more, they look fancier, I've sold. Okay. What is this? A goblet? Oh, it's heavy. It's like a heavy wooden goblet here. No. There are some bins right over there. One is blue. Cobalt blue. No. Oh, crap, loose thing. Those weren't done very well. Pink, pink. Okay. Alright. Got stemware, glasses, clear. That's an interesting chair. I'm intrigued.
No, I feel like I'm pretty fast at it too. That's why I feel like I'm at a competition. Yeah, you say that, okay?
Okay, these are those Lolita. Kind of a cool one, but I would want it with the box and everything. It's not really crazy valuable, but they do sell. Lolita. That's the name. What is this, a workout chair? Let me try this out. In the corner. So the Williams goes for about 20. It's brand new. We'll probably pick that up. This guy here for 16. It's like an ab machine, but it retails for about 150. So we're definitely gonna take that. Might use it. Might use it. But might resell it. So it's actually in great condition. It just comes apart. So should be able to get that in the car. IKEA grill set. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Not for $8 here. These two, they appear to go for 20 free shipping. 20 free shipping, more like 15. We're gonna put those back. We're gonna get this book though. Arnold Schwarzenegger Encyclopedia, just really cool. Should sell for about 15 to 20. And books here are $1.79. So we'll pick that up. Find the spot. This is really heavy too. Okay, I'll put that in there like that. Nice and easy. Okay, let's keep moving through here. Okay. It's all good. What is this? Reason. No, there's reason. Let's see. Let me just look this up really quick. So we're not going to pick this up, but I just looked it up. Around $25, but they want $9.39 on that. So we're going to leave it behind. And we're not going to get clothing. We've got the hats. Let's check out the hats. We have that really nice A's hat, kind of a puzzle A's hat. Giant rays. Kind of a nice A's hat. Oh, it's brand new too. Kind of like a khaki. Hats. It's kind of a cool Las Vegas hat, but it's just a souvenir piece. Nothing. Hello, Fortnite. Shoes really don't look very good today. We have some items to put back for sure. Suits. Let's look this up. Okay, what's the one goes for like around 40? So for 22, that's a no. Oh, my machine. No. Saber caps. Be careful with the machine. Random red hat. What that is. This is a I mean, for those of you that, you know, are interested in hats at all, this is a 5-panel hat. So it's got this little piece right here, 5-panel hat. Utah. Alright, let's back out of here and I'm gonna put some stuff back, and while I'm doing it, I'm gonna look around, see if they put anything on the shelves, and see if there's anything worth it. Okay. For King Kong, I picked this up before, sold it before. We got $9 on that. Like, some stain on there, but I don't think it really affects anything. Appears to be in great condition, actually. $50 to $60 on that guy, so not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, it's in good condition. Just try to make sure you check all the seams here, check where it meets here, check this, check the, make sure that's the good. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. We'll pick that up. All right. I think I'm gonna head out of here because I gotta do shipping still, and that line over at Sabres was a little crazy to get out. So, let's head on out. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video, and I hope you guys appreciated and enjoyed those 2 trips to the Goodwill. First one was to Santa Clara, California, and the second one was San Jose, California. San Jose's home base. Should I go out to Santa Clara more? Let me know down in the comments down below what you guys thought of it. Did you guys see anything there that I should have picked up? Did I miss anything? Or did you guys just like the Goodwill in general? And should we go out there? There's 2 out there in Santa Clara. And it's generally we reserve those trips for the weekends. It's not that it's that far from a distance perspective, but traffic-wise, Santa Clara just seems more congested, more a lot more lights in my opinion. And the older I get, I just don't like to drive. And I like to think here in home base, San Jose, I can take the back roads to everywhere I need to go to get merchandise to list online for sale, eBay, Poshmark. And between the flea market and the Goodwills, it gives me an abundance. It gives me enough to have a death pile that's sitting over here that just needs stuff that usually get listed, stuff that needs to get listed. So I really don't need to go out there. But if you guys want me to see me go out to other places, there's also Morgan Hill, which is not really that great. It's not a great Goodwill. That's not too far either. There's Gilroy, California, which is about 30 minutes south. Could be quicker, depending on traffic. But they have actually a really large Goodwill in Gilroy. Then there's Salinas, which has the Goodwill bins. Salinas, California. And the Goodwill bins is a wild adventure. If you guys have not been to the bins, I highly recommend trying it out. But be prepared, because the bins in my area are, it's almost like you've been in a rugby game. It's wild. It is just, it's a workout. It's you gotta spend at least 2-3 hours there to make it worth your time, and plan the rest of the day to rest, go eat, rest, have a drink, whatever, because it'll feel like you've been in a rugby game or something. You've just been beaten up all day. So we'll get a video out there one of these days, definitely, of the actual bins. There's another bins area in our Bay Area, and that is in South San Francisco. But I don't think they allow filming there, so I'll have to double check on that. Now, today I went to the flea market, and that's what I really wanted to talk about today, was the flea market and opportunity. Because Goodwill is pretty consistent in what they get, so you can kind of expect, to pick up 5, 6, 7 items. You see in my videos how many items I pick up, and that's pretty consistent and what I've come to expect from the Goodwills in my area. Occasionally, there will be times where we fill up a cart, 2 carts, 3 carts. Not that often. But if you go, 2, 3, 4 days a week, you have based on my videos, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week, you'll have a good amount of stuff to list. Then you throw the flea market in, and then you can have you can get pretty wild at the flea market. At the flea market in my area, I mean, if I go on a Sunday, I could have stuff for weeks. But we haven't been on a Sunday in a while, just because we don't need to have that much stuff right now. Not necessarily that we're running out of room. It's just, stuff that's sitting around in what we call a death pile is all potential profit. And, the goal is to get it listed so we can get that profit back. Get that money back, at least, that we spent on it. And the profit, so that we can go out and do the whole thing all over again. But I had the opportunity today to buy something that I don't like. And it's not that I don't like the subject matter. It's I don't like the actual thing, or the company, I guess you can say. But first off, I went to the flea market today, and Thursday I have a typical route. If you guys listen to the video, or any of my flea market videos, you'll know Thursdays I typically hit the usual spots. I have usual vendors that I see and buy stuff from to list on eBay. But today I decided to change everything up and start from the beginning. Start from the beginning of the flea market and go around that way. But let's see, what did I get first? Oh, the first thing I got, so I walked into the flea market, right to the front, and the first thing I see as soon as I walk in, which is not the typical entrance I would take on a Thursday, is a Patagonia backpack. Right off the bat, I'm like, whoa. I mean, it does have a company, some sort of logo on it, which will hurt the value a little bit, but it's still a Patagonia backpack, still a great backpack, has some wear and tear on it. But this backpack should sell for around $30 to $40, and I picked it up for $3 right in the front. And I believe there's something in here. There's something in here. Did I throw? Oh yeah, I threw some stuff in here. I forgot about this stuff. Yeah, I forgot about some stuff. I forgot to completely unload everything in here. I might as well just show you, because some other stuff I picked up. A little vinyl figure. This is from the game Destiny. It's right on the box. Okay, Destiny game. Got a little Sally figure there. Then we got a little mouse, really cool little mouse here. Bluetooth, Microsoft. So, and I got the backpack. Well, the backpack, of course. But put that over here. I totally forgot those were in there. I was actually thinking about that mouse. I'm like, what did I do with that mouse? Okay, so that backpack, about $30, $40. Patagonia backpack. If I had not gone through that front entrance like I typically wouldn't on a Thursday, I would not have picked that up for $3. $3 into 30 or 40 bucks. Great score there. Then, let's see one of my other vendors. A typical vendor I do visit, but he is towards the front of the flea market. Real nice guy. Has incredible prices, by the way. This one here, I don't know what the number 8 stands for, but it's an Oakley backpack. Not one of their higher end backpacks, but, and I wouldn't pick this up, but it still had the tag. So it still had the original tag. I could sell it brand new. It does have a logo on it, but nonetheless, still a great backpack, and this should sell for about $30 to $40 as well. And this one here we picked up for, this one, I think this one we picked up for $10, because the guy did say it's brand new, and so how about $10? All right. Well, actually, I've got a bundle, so he said, how about $20 for a bunch of other things I purchased? And I was like, all right, that's fine. I'll do it. Then, in another vendor, I picked up this North Face one, and this one I got for $3. It's in great condition. I checked everything out. It's not dirty on the inside or anything. Just a really cool North Face. And this one should go for more, hopefully to $50 to $60. So I wanted to say. So 3 great backpacks right off the bat. Probably around 120. What do we got? Yeah, 50, 90. About $120 to $130 in backpacks right there. So great names to look out for. Definitely look out for Patagonia, North Face, and Oakley. Great brands in backpacks if you find them at great prices. Then, those weren't the things I don't like to pick up. But then we find a bunch of stainless steel knife, brand new. 3 packages of this. Now these I did pay up for. I bought a bundle of stuff. I forgot what else. I got a few things in the bundle, but I ended up paying $40 for the bundle. But these 3 knives were in there, and each of these should sell for about $35 a piece. So with one, we'll almost be at break even. With 2, we'll definitely be in the profit. So J.A. Hinkles. Oh, it's a bigger logo on the back there. Now that brand is a more premium brand, but it's not. It's a good brand to look out for, but a lot of their stuff is sold at Costco's, TJ Maxx, and I believe this came out of a Kohl's. So yes, it's a good brand to look out for, but you gotta try to buy it low. These stainless steel steak knives just so happen to sell for, right around $35 to $40. I'm pricing them at $35. Hopefully move them quick. So great set to look out for. And make sure they're brand new. If they weren't brand new, I wouldn't have bought them. Okay. That's that there. Then I got some glasses. This is a good brand to look out for. Although they only go for about $20 or $30. So Warby Parker. Warby. I think I'm pronouncing it right, but I don't know. But just a good pair of glasses. Definitely a brand to look out for. And those should go for about between $20 or $30 for these glasses. Okay. Then, right here. Check this out. So I also got this here. This I got in the bundle with all the pop figures. But this Super Mario wreath, I can only find one comp. And it's a sold comp. And it's sold for around $60. It looks like they took an offer on it. Couldn't find anything listed on it, but I did find like the star guy, tree topper, and that seems to sell pretty consistently. And I'm gonna price this at $80 and see what happens. This should make back quite a bit. If it sells for $80, it'll make back quite a bit of the money that I spent today. Then. I love these NECA figures, and they make all kinds of different figures from all kinds of different movies and stuff from pop culture. This is the Gremlins guy. Really cool little figure. I love Gremlins 80s stuff like that. So we got that up for that should go for about $30. But I got some hats too. So I got a big lot of stuff. But the most items that I purchased were Pops. Funko Pops. I can't stand Funko Pops. In my opinion, Funko Pops are the Beanie Baby of this era. But they keep churning these things out. So I have gotten some for my birthday, and I will display them because I got them for my birthday. But I just don't like the small body with the large head. I've never been a fan of bobbleheads. I don't understand why people collect these things. The subject matter is cool, but I don't care for the figure. Don't like it. But the opportunity was there for me to purchase these. I know they're still popular. Most of them aren't really worth it. So I tried to grab the ones I thought would go for $10 or more. And this one here should go for about $30. Wayne's World have a Dota 2 figure that should go for about $20. So some of these ones that'll go for up over $10, hopefully $20, $25. Those will put me more into the profit. And then the knives, between the knives and the Super Mario wreath, that should get most of the money back that I spent on this trip over to the flea market. And I really wasn't prepared. So you got to be prepared for these deals. Definitely don't go beyond your means. I didn't bring enough cash with me on hand because I didn't plan on making any big purchases. I didn't plan on filling up my cart with this trip. But it just so happened the opportunity was there, and I jumped on it. And luckily, I was able to do a Zelle transfer so I can get the deal. And put this stuff in my store. It'll be popular in the store. It's going to get a lot of views. Every time I put a video out there on YouTube or a short on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, the Pops always seem to get tons of views on it. So it's still out there. People still like it. I don't like it. I'm not one of them. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like Pops? Do you not like Pops? Do you think they're overproduced? You know, I always have those flashbacks. Not that I was really impacted by it, but of the old junk wax era where during the 80s and 90s they just overproduced so many cards that come, you know, early 2000s they were just worthless. And I know a lot of people back in the 90s that bought boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of cards, stashed them away for retirement that went to zero. That was worthless. Obviously the pandemic occurred and there was some value back in those, but it seems to be coming back down. Beanie Babies, obviously everybody knows the Beanie Babies story, and not to buy Beanie Babies nowadays. And that was a wild time, and I did buy and sell Beanie Babies quite often back in the day when they were popular. And I feel that like that same, I get that same sense from the Funko Pops, but I don't know. Maybe I know they do fault them or they just discontinue them basically. I prefer more Legos. I prefer more Lego speculation, I guess. That's my it's my addiction, and yeah, Legos don't. If you look, there are articles out there that state Legos always tend to hold their value over time. I don't know what it is about Lego. I mean, the building aspect of Legos, they obviously have a lot of what do you call it? Collaborations, Star Wars, you know, Marvel, all the major. Just like Pop. I mean, they have all the same. I guess Legos, you could just do so much more with them. I guess. I'm a Lego fan, not a Pop fan. I hope you guys appreciate the video. We're up over 2,000 subscribers. I just want to appreciate everybody that watches the videos. And if there's any constructive criticism you guys have about the videos, any way I can make them better, let me know. Drop comments down below. But please subscribe if you'd like to continue to see content from me. Hit the thumbs up. If you like the video, hit the bell notification if you want to get notifications as to when I drop videos, which should be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right around 12 noon. Otherwise, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. And I think what really keeps them in, you know, it really kind of keeps it going or keeps the collecting going is they really, really capture a bunch of elements, a bunch of movies and stuff from pop culture. You know, Wayne's World. I mean, I don't know if there's any action figures out there of Wayne's World. So this goes for about $30-ish or so. And they make all kinds. I mean, I got Big Boy's burger advertisement thing over there. I got Black Panther stuff. I got gaming. I got stuff from Dota 2 over there. We got DC, of course. Here's some other ones I picked up here. These little DC ones. Jim Lee. Got one from The Flash. We got Joker. So I got a whole bunch. But I don't like them. I like the subject matter. Big Batman fan. I'm actually a pretty big Wayne's World fan. I quote it quite often. But I just don't like those things. I just don't like the figures. I don't like the big heads. I've never been a fan of bobbleheads. So maybe that's why. I've never been a fan of bobbleheads. I don't like the oversized body and the oversized head and the small little body. It's not my thing. Never collected them. Received them as gifts, and they're cool and all. And I'll
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Okay, everyone, welcome to the video. Welcome to Savers. Got a couple things I need to donate so I can get that 20% off coupon. So it's kind of a rainy day. We've already been to a couple of Goodwills and we haven't really found anything. So let's try Savers. This is President's Day weekend, so everybody could be holding the good stuff for Monday's sale. But let's get in there and see what we can find to buy and sell on eBay. One busy day. Looks like they're offering 30% off some categories here all weekend, President's Day weekend. That looks like an Oculus Rift. Doggone it, I activated my tile. Okay, get that turned off. It's annoying. Alright, looks like an Oculus Rift. The Rift is the one that plugs into your computer. It's not the Oculus. It's not the other Oculus you can do independent of your computer.
Yeah, we have some good stuff with that most of the time. Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Savers and the trees.
Oh, Redwood City. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's a little gorilla. Not for $29.99.
Oh, really?
Excuse me.
Yeah, we get some photos too, yeah.
I'm waiting for this gentleman to move. Let's take a peek at these watches. I don't really see anything here. I know there's some Ray-Ban glasses and some Maui Jim fakes or Oakley fakes that are floating around in here. Not those Ray-Bans. I've seen those already. Those are fake. And probably why they're still sitting there. I mean, the lenses might be real, but the frames are definitely fake. Which I then have to assume the whole thing is fake. What's that crooked thing? Okay, let's go check out the shelves. Okay, we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna hit these aisles here in the front first. I usually go straight to the back. Start looking at toys and books. But let's mix it up today. Let's see what's over here on the front. Nothing really. It's pretty loud in here right now, so I don't think they'll pick up the music. Glass the mountains. We'll do a little bit of a deeper dive towards the end at the baggy section. There's IKEA candles. Don't really do that good. What else? I'm looking for Bed Bath. No, Bath and Body Works candles. This is interesting. USB to Ethernet. They are taking a lot of ports out of laptops and stuff nowadays to make them really thin, replacing them with just regular USB stuff. Could, I'm gonna definitely look it up before I leave, but could have some value there. Because now you need adapters and what they call hubs to hook anything up. I think they're all etched into, or even if they did have value, someone etched into them. Alright, let's check the other eye out. Okay, here we are in the glass cups. We're looking for cool. That's cool, but not really valuable. Cool and valuable is what we're looking for. Or something for personal use. That's a cool glass. Let's say on it. Can't. This is handmade in a couple different languages. Okay. Tequila brand. Coffee. This is sold at TJ Maxx. Yep, Home Goods. Gentleman Jack. A little more, premium Jack Daniels. But the cup isn't really worth anything. Look at this. Don't care. Salty hair. Never seen that before. Don't think it's really worth that much. Not worth paying, what, $4 for that? I did get a coupon, so. Although he didn't see me put it in the bin, my donation, so maybe you can just walk up to him and ask for so cool pour over. Little ceramic pour over. That pour over looks like it matches this. Let's go check out the other aisle. Plates and bowls. Yeah. The problem is, you find a plate or something. Yeah, you have one diameter here, so you gotta find a box that's, I don't know what it is, 10 inches by 10 inches by 1 inch. So they're kind of annoying to ship. So they really gotta be something of incredible profit for me to worth my time. Looking for a box, packaging it up, keeping it stored. And based on what I find around here in my area, I don't really find plates worth that much. Or worth that much, I'm worth my effort. I would have found those Nambe bowls over here, but I don't see them right now. Yeah. I said that before, easy to spot once you see them a couple times. Like a lot of things. Once you see it a couple times and get used to it, you can recognize it quick. Okay, let's go around. This might... No, I thought it was something else. I might just scan this to be safe. Okay, I already walked over through a couple aisles. I'm over here in keyboards, tech, but nothing.
Oops, I'm so sorry.
That's okay, no problem. What else we got? No. Potter. What is this? It's sort of a light. I do have luck with these lights. For me, oh, okay. Kind of like a little spotlight or something. Could have some value. I mean, how much? $4.99. We'll take a look at that. I do have good luck with IKEA lights. They do really well, for me, at least. What else? Gotta find a cord, a firewire cord for myself. Could be like some of these random little, old school cords. These are actually pretty useful to connect older keyboards to. I don't need one. Like this right here, see? Or this older mouse too, older mouse connector. If you really like that mouse. Okay. Okay, I just realized my cart is missing a wheel in the front. So it kept tipping. Okay, so that pottery. Okay. So that pottery isn't what I thought it was, but it still has some good value. It's Cloud's Folsom pottery, so not necessarily incredibly valuable, but with Easter coming up, it could be like 40 or 50. So check out.
Voy a tener que...
Oh, look what I found.
Easter. All right, we're gonna come over here and check out the Target section right off the bat, but nothing real. Nothing really I'm interested in over here. Let's head over to this side. Oh, kind of cool little hummingbird. Almost like a little picture frame holder. Looks broken though. That's kind of cool. Toys. What are we looking for here? What are we gonna find? Not seeing anything right off the bat. So we're gonna progress and just gonna move through here, check the surface real quick, see if there's anything obvious in Kanto. Although missing, someone ripped one out. Those tech decks up here used to go for good money, but not anymore, really. I think if you still get them really cheap, you can get a good deal on them. Special edition, are they all in there? No. It's over here. Go here now. No. All right, we're not really seeing it today. Here, that is. And some of the best advice I can give is don't buy just to buy. All right, I'm gonna cut it right here because the music in this section always gets hit. Okay, here we are in the good old mug section. And I think I've been finding some of the better mugs in the actual end caps. So these ones here are not really, some ones that have been sitting here for a while, not really my cup of tea. Then we have some over here. Not really much going on there. Go down the middle over here. Well, not the middle, just this other part here. It looks like a Wilton piece. Yeah. Those really aren't worth it. They may seem like they're worth it, but they're not. The quality's there, but it's just not worth it. Let's go check out are they doing more stuff out here? Let's go take a look. Nope. Hello. Goods piece.
There's a Barbie there with big money.
Old fashioned?
I think the older one. That's all we were using online.
Yeah.
Let's see what's over here, down here. Who's that? Nope. Try to look towards the bottom. That's no. Sir Warriors, like Warriors. Golden State Warriors, the basketball team. That's the towels. Minnesota. Don't know what that is. No, nothing there.
You don't buy puzzles, huh?
No.
I found this one brand new, but it's baseball stadiums. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, they're usually.
It's garbage.
No, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I hear it.
some, it's rare. I've never really. I think I've only come across one that was worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go check the glass. Let's see if there's any hope over there. Okay. We went to the front. There was really nothing to see there. Cool little cookie jar with a bunch of chips all over it. $5.59. In the shape of a milk jug. I might look this up. I mean, it has a bunch of surface chips, but the subject matter could override that. We'll take a look. And it's only $5, so let's put that in the cart. I'll put it up here. What I'll do, because I'm going to look this up. I'm going to scan it in a little bit. Actually, I probably won't even need to scan it. I can probably just type in what it is, and it should be able to pull it up. Circle. What we might do is go check out the miscellaneous aisle and kind of just do some digging through there. Because I'm just not seeing it here. Yep, not. I forgot I started to approach the loud music aisle, one with a speaker right over it. Very modern piece. Not really. Oh, look at these. PlayStation shot glasses. It's not a sticker, is it? No. Huh. I'm gonna pick these up. Only $2 a piece. I did sell some PlayStation branded martini set. So now I got shot glasses. Now I'll try to sell the shot glasses along with it. Olive oil container. No. I think they're old, but are they old? No, they might be older, but old doesn't necessarily translate to value. It's a mug or a teacup or something. Doesn't really feel that great a quality. Did I miss over? I was kind of looking back and forth a little bit. I really didn't see anything over here. Yeah. Nada. That's nothing. Food Network? We are going into the, go check miscellaneous. What is this? It's an underdesk. No, it feels super cute.
Daddy.
What is over here? Nothing. Boom. Nothing. Clean. Oh shoot! What's it's like giant soapstone. Yeah. Oh, sure. That's yeah.
Yeah.
For $10, yeah, I think that'd be good. It's a cat. That's really heavy. That's like a doorstop heavy. I saw that. I was missing one. Look at this. The Lego Valentine book. I didn't even see this in the store.
Take care. Don't take that one out. What is it?
Huh?
What is it?
The car.
Transformer?
Oh, yeah. Oops. You get that? All right. Thank you. Alright, this is what we got. I don't think we'll be getting much else, but I'm getting the PlayStation shot glasses. Was it? Oh, yeah. It should go for about, probably if I had to guess, about $15 for a pair. Soapstone cat. Like a paperweight. Little Lego thing. Valentine's Day, but I'm pretty sure it should be like probably around $15-ish. Got the whole set in there. Make sure it has the little set. We're grabbing this IKEA. Actually, a media shelf. I had to look it up. Goes for about $30 to $40, brand new. We're taking this little. It's like a 20. I didn't see the price there. No, we're not taking that. Never mind. $30 to $40 if you find it cheaper than that. Then we picked up these are drive cages. So you put your hard drive in there, slide it in. This whole thing goes into a case. Somebody probably removed it to create more space in their case. But you always, there are people that go back and look for these to replace them in certain cases. It's very specific. Because I've done that before. I've removed things or looked for certain pieces that belong to a certain case, or maybe I bought the case secondhand and I want to put more drives in it, or some other piece, is missing from the case that I needed, and I'll go looking for it on eBay usually. So I'm going to pick those up. Probably worth around $20 each. That's what I'm going to post them at, and just let them sit there, wait for the right buyer. And that's only because I like computer stuff. I would not recommend buying this. It will not be a fast mover at all. Row machine. Body by Jake. Okay, keep my eye out here. I always walk by the large furniture aisle just in case if there's anything I think I might need or use. Definitely not reselling furniture, I'll tell you that right now. But for things I can use for myself, I would like to keep my eye out. But we're going to put back that ball. As you can see, I had like a Mario Kart in here that wasn't worth it. That thing's not going to be worth it. I didn't see the price, so. Excuse me, pardon me. All right, let's go put away that surprise ball, and we'll probably move down the way. Hey everyone, welcome to the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed those 2 trips. We went to Savers, we went to the Goodwill, picked up a few items, nothing crazy. Been a little bit slow as far as what's available out there at Goodwills and Savers, but flea market, I always find great items at the flea market, so that never fails me. And if you guys have a flea market in your area, definitely check it out. That one platter chip and dip bowl, kind of Easter related. I know it doesn't say anything about Easter, but it has bunnies on it, so I marketed it as Easter on eBay and listed for $60, best offer, and hopefully I get $50. I'm thinking I'm going to get $50 for it. That's what I'm hoping to get as we get closer to Easter. And Easter is almost here, so I'm hoping it sells pretty soon. But I'm going to go over some items here that I recently listed, because what we're doing here is going over, well, we're listing every day, but we are going over all our boxes and everything, all our inventory, starting at box number 1, and checking the items, make sure they're listed, first of all, make sure there's still a customer base, and refilling the boxes, because we sold a bunch of stuff last year, and we have a lot of empty boxes. I want to maximize all the space that we have, because space is money as well too. Your time is money, space is money as well. But I want to talk about, because I've been watching a lot of reseller channels. I know a lot of people are having trouble right now in the beginning of the year. And it could be just the beginning of the year, it could be the slow economy, it could be eBay, although I don't think it's really eBay, because I don't really experience a lot of these issues people are talking about. A lot of glitches or stuff with the website. I don't experience those problems. Occasionally I do, but there's really nothing that sticks out of my mind that I want to, that I can even remember. But that's not to let eBay off the hook for anything, because, they are the platform that we are selling items on. But you'll hear a lot of people say the road to success is, you got to niche down. You need to high sell-through rate. And if you guys watch the channel, I know there's a lot of new subscribers. I don't subscribe to any of those. I like to be in different categories. I think niching down is boring. I might as well just get a regular job, or just go back to full-time in my old other job. Or high sell-through rate. You're chasing high sell-through rate. That's always moving. That's always a moving target. I prefer more to create the market. If you hear a lot about investing and people buying and selling. This is not a stock channel or anything like that. Buying and selling stocks and all that, and people always trying to figure out which stocks are going to pop, which one's going to go up, and all that. But if you're a big enough whale, as they call them, someone like a Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, every time you move your money, you're basically creating a hype, and you're creating your own. You start moving your money somewhere, and everybody's like, "Oh, what's that guy doing? Let's go see what he's doing," and start then they start pumping it up, and you make money, they make money, and that's what I want to be. I want to be a market mover, or creating a market is what I like to do. And I sell a lot of items. I sell a lot of items that have no sell-through history, I can't find anything on it, but I can identify that it's an item that there will be a customer for. And you guys heard me talk about this, about seeing a customer when I see an item, and I can see, I see something like this, and I know there's a customer for this, by the way. I can identify an item, see it, and be like, you know what? I know there's a customer for that. Or, you know what? There's not a customer for that. I'm going to pass that up. That's where I like to be at. And how do I know that? How do I know that there's customers out there for items that I buy? How do I know to buy something that has no sales history at all, or maybe has a poor sales history? Because I've sold items where it looks like there's a very poor sales history, or there's a lot listed but very few sold or none sold, but I still can get it sold. Why? Because I have 24 years of experience doing this on eBay. A lot of people you're going to watch out there. There's a lot of people that just started in the last year, 2 years, 3, 4 years. And what occurred 4 years ago was the shutdown or the pandemic. And during that time, that created an environment, an online selling frenzy. People that were selling online were pretty much able to sell anything they wanted. And now we get to a time where we're kind of back to normal. We're getting, before 2019. 2019 was shutdown, or 2020? I forget what year exactly. But either way, prior to that, that's where we're at now. We're back to that level right now. Yeah, there may be issues with the economy. you know, but that's always a thing that we have to fight through. What else? I mean, yeah, people are back to normal, essentially. Things are back to normal. Well, you know, what is normal? You know? And so those of us that have been reselling for more than, I would say, 5-6 years are familiar with those times. And I think those people have been maybe not necessarily more successful, but have been able to navigate the waters a lot better. Because we can look towards the past to not really comfort our future, but kind of so in history, you know, you have the Dark Ages, you have the Renaissance, right? The Renaissance came after the Dark Ages. Well, now we kind of get into a little history and you know my thoughts on that. But just to say that people during the Dark Ages, they didn't know they were in the Dark Ages. They didn't know any better. They were just living life, and not all the world was necessarily in what we call the Dark Ages. It was just a certain, you know, Western civilization, I guess, was in the Dark Ages. But the Renaissance came around, and the Renaissance was kind of like a rejuvenation, and you know, we started to move forward, and as a society, we started moving forward again. And what was the biggest thing? What occurred during the Renaissance was looking towards the past. You look toward the past. They look towards, you know, ancient Rome and the architecture, and what we were able to create back then. And we started looking toward the past to improve our current situation and our future. And so that's kind of what we have to do. We have to do it all the time. We're constantly learning from the past. And so using that knowledge as a reseller, I was able to sell a lot of items during the shutdown and all that, because I knew that was going to be the best time to sell these items. I was going to get the most money or profit out of these items. And sure enough, it was, because those same items I can get for like 75% off if I want to replenish my collection. But I sold most of it off, and I haven't looked back. But it takes that knowledge of years of knowledge. Now, you can get that knowledge nowadays pretty easily on places like YouTube, or, you know, vlogs, or, you know, blogs. And these people that are sharing their knowledge out there, you can go out there and get it, and kind of get a little bit of an advanced course. But what you definitely want to do is get out there and watch a little bit of everybody. You know, find your own style, find, you know, someone you like, and, you know, see what works for you to help you navigate this world of reselling. If you are for reselling, help navigate this world of reselling. And that's what we're all trying to do, share our information out there. I know I've spotted items in people's videos. I'm like, I know I've seen that before, and at flea markets or Goodwills or Savers, and I go out there and I try to look for those items as well too. So everything's a learning experience, and trying to grow and expand our knowledge base. But let's get into these items here. This is what I use. I use banker boxes. I know I've showed it in my video before, and we're on box number 8 at the moment. But here's some great items that I just listed that sold. First of all, I think you heard me talking in the video about this as well. It is a Bath & Body Works candle. White Barn is also a label that they go by. But this candle, Eucalyptus Rain, just sold. I believe this was $13 or $14 for this candle. So great little pickup. Smells great too as well. You do want to be careful though when storing these, and because that scent or that smell can kind of get into other items. So you probably want to put this in a bag or something. Luckily it's sold already, so we don't have to worry about that. Another great item here is computer hardware, peripherals, mice, keyboards. I know I talked about it before. I have a whole bunch of them. I did my other video, and I have a whole bunch of these things. But this is a trackpad. It's actually an Apple trackpad. Apple is, you know, not too far from us here in San Jose, so, you know, I do find a lot of Apple products, and this sold for $25. Really cool item. So if you see those trackpads, just know they should sell pretty quickly for right around 25 bucks. I sell a lot of Apple keyboards, other Apple mice as well too. They sell really well. Staying on the subject of computers, but here's a little, this one, yes, has not sold yet, but I just listed this. This is a Microsoft little mouse here, a little ergonomic mouse. Smaller, more for travel or laptop use. But this should sell for right around $30 as well too. So it's a great little mouse. And it's Bluetooth as well too. So $30, but I do have best offer on it, so I might accept a little bit lower. I got it for $2 at the flea market. So that was a great pickup. Let me just make sure these don't fall, because those need to get sold already. Then another really cool thing I saw that you guys know, and I already talked about, I don't like clothing, but this is a t-shirt. I think it was a t-shirt. I've sold these before. Not necessarily Microsoft Office, but other companies, other tech companies around here. And XL is a dead giveaway that it's a t-shirt. But this is last resold for $30. And I got this for $1 at the flea market. So look out for these little t-shirts from maybe tech companies. I don't know about other companies, but I've had great success with Cisco, Microsoft, and I thought I found another company, NVIDIA t-shirts. Had great success in selling those, so really cool, especially that it's brand new as well too. Another cool item I listed. Oh, as a matter of fact, this is another item that sold. I just realized that I'm looking at it here. This is a like a vinyl figure, kind of like the Funko Pops, but this is by Bungie or the Coop Shop, I guess. The Coop Shop. But this is Destiny, the video game, and this is I wasn't a Destiny player, so I think it's just like a robot or something, but game merchandise, not necessarily just games in general, like, you know, your Xbox games, your Nintendo games, but the merchandise that goes along with it. Look out for it, because these people that play all these games, and I'm one of them as well too, like to collect the merch that goes along with that game. So this sold for $30. So that's another one that's going out. I picked it up for $3 at the flea market. Also just sticking along with continuing on with gaming or whatever. This here is for a mouse. It's not a mouse. Well, it looks like it would be a mouse, but it's not. But these are replacement feet for your mouse. This should sell for about $15 to $20. Picked up for $1 at the flea market. And yeah, I mean, as a gamer, computer gamer, I don't really game that much anymore, but as a former computer gamer, let's say, always looking for that competitive edge. And this would definitely be something that would help, as it slides along your mouse pad a lot easier with something like this. But I'm going to put that's up for sale already. And then here's another thing I spotted. This was at the flea market. And I got some big old bundle, so I probably paid about $1 for it. But it's a little pendant. And if you see on the writing on there, it says Sailor Moon. And Sailor Moon has an incredible following. It's like anime, Japanese anime. But this is actually a pocket watch. Or it's more like a pendant, but it's in the style of a pocket watch. So, really cool. Sailor Moon. Now, there's not really much. I was trying to price it out, and not really much to go on for this, but I think it should be worth about $25 to $30. And I have it listed at $30. Best offer, and we'll see what happens. Already got some views on it. Let's do that this morning. Today's Sunday, by the way, of me filming this ending to the video. And another thing here that actually has a great... Well, the company has a pretty decent sell-through rate. It's called Heritage Buckles. But it's a belt buckle. And outer space. NASA. Space Shuttle. That's the Hubble telescope in there. All different keywords you can use. Try to get sold. But this should go for about $15 to $20 right here. Really cool little belt buckle. And I picked it up for $1 at the flea market. So, vintage as well, too. This is a vintage piece. Brand new. You guys always know I talk about brand new stuff. Especially when it comes to computer components. If you're not able to test computer components. If you find stuff brand new, you can always just sell it as brand new. And here's a brand new calculator. This is a Casio calculator. Loose. If this were not brand new, I would not be picking it up. It's used, might be worth maybe $5 or $6. But the fact that it's brand new, sealed in the original package, it's Casio, so it's a decent name in calculators. If you find a TI calculator brand new, I would say pick it up. Obviously you're not going to pay. You don't want to pay too much, but you still want to make a good profit. This should sell for right around $15 to $20 right here. But brand new, picked up at the flea market. Again, it was like $1. I guess it's a big old bundle, so about $1 for that. And that should sell, hopefully, pretty soon. Although we're kind of in the middle of the... I would expect that to probably go in a few months, because we're already into this second semester for many schools, and calculators and stuff will tend to go, when around the school year. So we're already towards the end of the school year, or closing in quickly on the end of the school year. Yeah, I mean, it feels like, jeez, feels like everything's just flying right by really quickly. So before you know it, the end of the school year is going to be done, and kids are out for the summer. But those are some items, some cool items to look out for. Items that will sell. Some items already sold. As soon as I listed them, they're selling. The Apple trackpad, I think that was 10 minutes, maybe. 10 minutes. I listed it, $25, sold. Instant. With shipping, mind you. Everything I sell is not free shipping. They have to pay the shipping on all these items. And I do have a shipping channel linked down below that if you guys need any help with packaging. I don't really discuss too much about shipping other than just packaging items up and how to do that. That is linked down below. I probably will do a little more detailed shipping video, because I know there's a lot of questions about shipping, and a lot of people out there will talk about calculated flat rates, free shipping. So I do calculate shipping on everything. I do a system that is not flat rates, but more flat weight. So depending upon the weight of the item, it'll fall into a certain weight category for me, and that's what I'll use. So either way, video is getting kind of long. That'll be the end of the video. I appreciate all these subscribers. I know the channel's kind of been growing, kind of just took off for a little bit, and I hope it continues to grow. And if you guys have any questions, comments, you can leave them down below. Socials will be down below as well too. Please like, subscribe. If you got hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you want to continue to see content from me, and hit the bell notification if you want to get notified when I release new videos. But we release videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday around 12 noon. I know this last Friday there was an issue with a copyright, so it came out a little bit later. But usually it's right around 12 noon. But we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.